Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 2, day number 5 of the Pro League Americas Scrims. Man, Mustache Dave, you ready to get this started here?
Hey, I'm ready to get it started. We got a eventful day, like you said, week number 2, PMPL Scrims. The teams, they're getting ready. They're getting in the lobby. We have a surprise for everybody as well coming on up. So tomorrow is going to be exciting.
Oh man, I'm so pumped. Today we're going to be mixing it up a little bit. That's right, we're going to have 2 teams of the day, so we're going to be spotlighting 2 different squads and seeing how they perform, different tactics, different analytics. We're going to look at them from front to back throughout the rest of the day so you guys can get to know these teams a little bit better. Ain't that right, Dave?
Yeah. I mean, those 2 teams will be Tribe Gaming and Team Solid. So we're going to be highlighting those squads here tonight and, giving you, the viewers, a little bit of insight.
That's right. Hey, you know what? Speaking of insight, I'm going to introduce to you guys really quick a new addition that we're going to have here in week 2, our post-game analysis, and that is going to be shown by none other than Daniel Gonzalez, aka Degon. Talk to us, man. You ready? You ready to see some intense PUBG Mobile action?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, we've been following along with the scrims all the way back to last week, and then even before that, just I've had a lot of experience with a lot of these teams from North America, and seeing the aggression out of the Latin America and South America teams, I think it surprised a lot of our squads here in North America. So I would love to see how they start adjusting. Now they've got a week of aggression under their belt. How are they going to deal with it? It's not just Tempo Storm bullying teams around. Loops is just writing circles around everybody. I'm a big fan of Loops. I love the way that they've played, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the teams adjust to the aggression of our neighbors down south.
Man, I can't wait to see how that turns out. I mean, you're totally right. Loops has been dominating. We saw them take out Cloud9, all kinds of crazy performances we've seen from Latin America. But just to go ahead and remind you guys exactly the format if you're coming brand new to these Scrims, let's talk about the prizes that all these teams are going to be going for today. And that is going to be first place, $700 cash in the bank. Second place being $200. Third place being $100. A daily prize pool of $1,000. Dave, come on now.
Yeah. Every single day, the slate gets wiped clean. Every team comes in here with 0 points. Another day, another dollar to be made. Like you said, first 700, second 200, third place is that $100. So we will have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days coming up this week, starting today, where these teams could compete. Hot Jukes.
Yep, that's what we're really interested to see, and just to show you guys exactly how they're going to be able to get that money. Here is the point system. That's right. As you can see, first place, a chicken dinner is 20 points a game. Absolutely huge. We've seen teams that have been down and out almost the whole tournament get a couple chicken dinners at the end to win the money. Third place being 10 points and 1 kill equaling 1 point. Dave, your thoughts on this?
I know. I mean, you you nailed it on the head right there. What was it? Days 3 and 4, I believe it was Loops Esports, who have slowly been on the climb. Kind of what Degon mentioned, a team that is so aggressive, but they weren't able to clutch it out in that money by only 2 points. And then the next day by 1 point. But finally, on day number 4, they were able to do it, and they did it by 4 points. So all these kills matter so much here throughout the tournament. So much.
Huge. Yeah, and to go ahead and talk about each different team that we were talking about, let's show about Group A, and that is going to contain none other than Wildcard Gaming, Mezexis ESports, Loops Esports, a team that Degon was mentioning earlier, a team that's been putting in a lot of work, and B4 Esports. Hey, we saw some crazy plays coming out of B4 Esports as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. B4 definitely making, I want to say, one of the biggest improvements here. I mean, they started these scrims. They were finishing dead last, at the very bottom of the leaderboards. But that last day, they were finding themselves in engagement after engagement. And most of the time, it was only as a duo. And they were able to win. I believe on the last day alone, their duo pair got 2 squad wipes, Hot Juke. So they're coming in it. I can only imagine what they could do with the full squad, right? If they have the whole team up. Oh, man. I mean, hopefully tonight we'll see it.
Yeah, if they can get that clicking, I'm really interested to see how they perform. I think we even talked about it yesterday. I mean, man, they were crushing it as a duo. So right you are, if they're able to kind of get that synergy going, they can definitely have some great performances going in today's week number 2. So let's go ahead and check out Group B. Let's move on here. As you can see, we have none other than GRUNTo Esports, CultuBGBG, Enxame Gaming, and Omen Elite. Dave, tell us a little about these teams.
Yeah, things for this group. I mean, we watched GRUNTo. We spotlighted them last week. They finished kind of mid-pack of the leaderboard. CultuBGBG, we see them here and there, but really one of the teams that stands out to me besides Omen, because they were able to, I believe, win night number 2 here in first place, Enxame Gaming. We see them time and time again find themselves in fights, but not on the winning end. You know, the last day last week, it was day number 4, 5 games. They only had 1 kill. So hopefully, you know, they went back, they reviewed the VODs here over the little break that we had. And, you know, we come into today seeing a new squad. I mean, you need to change something. If you're playing 5 games, Hot Jukes only getting 1 kill, I don't know what's going on, but something needs to be fixed.
Hey, you know, well, that's what these scrims are all about. Getting these squads to be able to put in that practice, get it improving every single day as we go along. And man, I'm really looking forward to see their development as it goes here day by day. Moving on from Group B, let's go ahead and talk about Group C, and that is going to contain none other than XQ Gaming, Alpha 7 GG, Ace 1, and Tempo Storm. Tell us a little about these teams, Dave.
Yep. Tempo Storm, you know, one of those teams that Degon's definitely going to be probably highlighting here today because, you know, Degon, the NA fanboy in the chat, just saying, hopefully they can finish here tonight pretty strong, because the last day that we saw them, day number 4, they were in 18th position overall. And I believe that was the day after they were able to win that first place. So from one day to another, the team, you know, just kind of fell apart. They're getting bullied big time. So hopefully tonight, that's not the case.
You know, Tempo Storm really liking to drop Pachinki and Erangel, liking that center zone. It's always going to be a place that is contested. Really good spots like that. Hoping to see how they perform here starting out week number 2. Moving on from Group C, let's talk about Group D, Dave, as that is going to be Simplicity, Cream Real Betis Team, Carreta Furacao, and Team Queso. Tell us a little about these squads, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, this group as well, kind of one of these groups that hopefully the entirety of the group picks up the steam here tonight, because we really haven't seen much from anybody here. Cream, we spotlighted them last week. Simplicity, we haven't seen much. They tend to pretty much lose one member almost every single time on their rotates. Hopefully they can clean that one up. Last week, Team Queso, we saw them in a pretty deadly standoff, I believe, on Miramar versus Wildcard, and they did clutch out that win. But besides that, this group as a whole, I want to see more from it. You
know, we've been seeing a little bit of tough plays coming out of Simplicity and Cream. I know a lot of teams in the NA scene have been wanting to see how exactly Simplicity does, an up-and-coming squad like that. Cream Real Betis, a team that just acquired. It's going to be interesting to see how I know they were our team of the day a couple days ago, so it's going to be interesting to see how they perform there. Team Karita, though, winning first place the other day. That was really huge for them. Good to see that improvement here. Looking forward to see how they're going to be able to do coming now off of that win. It's going to be tough because a lot of teams, I think, are going to be gunning for them. So moving on from Group D, our final group of the evening, that is going to be none other than Group E. So we're going to see Pittsburgh Knights, Tribe Gaming, Team Solid, one of our teams of the day, and Cloud9. Dave, talk to us about these squads.
Yeah. Actually, both of our teams for today, Tribe and Team Solid, both of these teams will, you know, be spotlighting throughout the day. And looking real quick at the map rotations, it looks like Group E will be sitting out Miramar here today. So they will be playing in game number 1, taking a little break during the game number 2, and then playing in the remainder of the night's games as well. So Tribe, Team Solid, hopefully they can perform here tonight, not only because we're going to be watching them, paying close attention, but last week, Tribe, their best placements, they had a 5th place one game, and trying to look here, Team Solid, they had a 11th place on day number 2. So this is the overall leaderboards points, by the way. Yeah, both these teams, hopefully they came in with some improvements here.
Yeah, something that I am definitely looking to see going forward with these squads. We're going to be highlighting them throughout the day again, ladies and gentlemen. And so we can get a little bit of more in-depth to see exactly what these squads are looking like. As we mentioned earlier, our team of the day starting out is going to be Tribe Gaming lineup, being none other than King A, Seagut, Memo, Alucard, and Sam. These is a team that I happen to know really well. Seagut, I've played with here in the past. I always said he's probably one of the best individuals to see inside of a house. Unfortunately, we saw Dave the other day, them kind of go through a little bit of a highlight reel moment, but on the rough end of it, getting caught there. Yeah, that was a tough one, but they came back the next day. They came back the next day with a good, solid performance. I'm really looking forward to see how this squad does, and hopefully they can place in the money today. Dave, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, not actually my thoughts, but the thoughts and the words of King A themselves. I sat down with them before today, kind of got a little insight on what to expect. And King A said pretty much in week number 1, their long rotations is kind of their downfall. So they're going to come in today. They're going to focus on not rotating so far and just focus on their side of the zone and then push in and try to get a centralized position, because last week they kept losing people constantly on rotations. This is straight from King A themselves. So we'll see if they could do just that here today, Hot Jukes.
Something I'm really looking forward to. A lot of these players here have been playing since the beginning of PUBG Mobile Esports here in North America. Sam is known as one of the top flaggers. A lot of these guys have actually played in national and global lands as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do today as our team of the day. Moving on from them, our second team of the day being none other than Team Solid. Talk to us a little about Team Solid, Dave.
Yeah, Team Solid, kind of mentioned them just a little bit, just a minute ago here. Day number 1, they had 0 kills, finishing in 19th place. Day 2, they had 9 kills, 11th place. Day 3, 4 kills, 16th place. And then day 4, 7 kills, 19th place. So they find themselves pretty much on the bottom half of the leaderboard. Hopefully today, wise advice, they don't hot drop near other teams, and maybe they can make it out of Circle 1 alive and get some points here, Hot Juice.
Yeah, right you are, Dave. I'm really interested to see how this South America team is going to perform. A lot of competition. We've seen South America really dominate the leaderboards, I believe, overall here. But this is a brand new week. Every single day you see all of these squads improving and improving. So, hey, I think it's time to get game number 1 started of the evening. What do you think, Dave? Let's go and check out as these guys are getting ready to drop into none other than Erangel. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You can see them all nice and set up, ready to go. It's always interesting to see, like different squads, how they kind of like warm up their fingers every single morning. I wonder, I know that some of these players will go in the training room for 30 minutes to an hour beforehand, just practicing sprays, practicing recoils, making sure that they're all set up for the game. I wonder, what is some of the preparation you do, Dave? I mean, to get started, or you just jump into it, huh?
No. I mean, Cheer Park, I like to drop into some Cheer Park and get some duels going on, even though I usually have my Groza and then I duel somebody and just I pre-fire them before the timer even goes off. So I win, 9 out of 10 times. But besides besides Cheer Park, that is, maybe drink some tea, get that caffeine buzz going. So we are going to be getting into game number 1 of the evening. Here is the plane path, Hot Jukes.
Here we go. A nice solid playing path for most of these squads here. I'm really looking forward to see exactly which teams are going to be dropping in different spots. We see Omen Elite normally drop towards Milta. And I want to see these squads really kind of spotting that, hey, you know what? Maybe there's certain squads that are not going to be in this particular map. So maybe from there, they decide to go and say, hey, this is open. Let's go ahead and drop there. And I think that one thing a lot of teams need to recognize is the counter that's on the plane. So, for example, let's say you go over an open spot and you don't see anybody fly out the plane. You got to assume that place is wide open, and you got to make that adjustment on the fly.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, you can kind of use that on the flip end, right? Like when you are like GRUNTo right here dropping out last, no one's going to be near you, so you might be able to get the military base to yourselves. But it does look like both GRUNTo and Team Queso did drop over there. So doing a real quick check, Wildcard, Mezexis, Loops, B4, Group A. That's going to be the group sitting out. So I see a couple people asking in the chats. Group A is sitting out game number 1, and then they're going to be playing games 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's just a little update right there. But let's get into the action. Looks like we already have some fights happening right here.
Oh, no.
Jagger
Getting into it. Look at this. Huge. This is going to be crushing V2K, one of their best players, going out early. trying to get some split loot. And we've seen this time and time again, I think, Dave, over the past few days. Split looting squads, you know, unfortunately just getting caught out by team members that are, you know, a little bit better grouped together. And yeah, it's unfortunate to lose someone that early on here in the match.
I mean, yeah, losing Raven this early. I'm trying to think, were they doing this last week as well? Were the Knights having this early split looting? I want to say they were. So, I mean, you know more than me when it comes to these drop locations and strategies. Like, if you are the Knights, why do you think they're going for this early?
You know, I think it's kind of interesting because when you're fighting some of the best teams that North America and South America have to offer, you're gonna have an idea like, hey, you might get bullied a little bit, you know? Like, there's going to be some bigger squads dropping at these better locations, and you don't want to lose anyone earlier on. So if you know, like, hey, Omen Elite, they're going to be going Milta on this side. You know, Tribe's going to be going to Roz. You have an idea that Tempo is going to be going to Pachinki. So maybe you're trying to find a free spot, or maybe hopefully looking to contest a team that you think you could take on early on. At the end of the day, though, it's a gamble. You know, it's a gamble that you just kind of have to take with your squad, and hopefully you're able to kind of, you know, have some good look around while you're flying down. Maybe you see some parachutes and are able to kind of move away and loot past them.
I mean, if you're a solo, like we saw there, like, do you make the push, though? I mean, that's kind of like another question. Like, you're a solo. Do you make the push onto another solo? Is that risk worth it early game?
That's such a dice roll. The thing, too, is you have to also remember where your squad is. So if your squad is close by in that position, you just want to be able to just give the comms out to him and say, hey, I got a guy right here. Get over here. Let's go ahead and just full push him. Be safe and make sure you secure the kill. Something that we've seen, I think, in the past few days here. But it depends. If they're far away, you may be opting to just kind of hang back and hopefully they don't see you. Or if you have that confidence, try and contest it. But you have to contest it quick, because if your team's not nearby, you got to make that bet that theirs probably is. So...
yeah, not only that, if you get knocked, like if your team's not by, you're probably not going to have that support to get revived. So we saw just a second ago, Tribe, they are going to be in Rosshawk, pretty centralized position within this circle number one. Team Solid, looks like Reezy already going to be in a vehicle, maybe rotating on in. This is exactly what we were just talking about. I mean, these squad mates dropping in all different types of locations. Not found right now in prison, all by themselves, going to be looting on up. Now, they should be able to get some decent loot, but the question is, when they regroup with their squad mates, like, are they going to be contested, caught off guard, and, you know, taken down? That's the risk. That's the risk we were just talking about, Hot Jukes.
Yeah, you know, it's something that you just kind of have to work on. And I think that if you're a team that is separating so hard, you have to have players that are just extra skeptical, you know, always just kind of paying attention, looking around, almost like they're all off angle specialists. Because when you have a player that does an off angle, if you're by yourself at any moment in time, in your mind you have to constantly be thinking, don't get knocked, overshooting, over getting kills, because the second you get knocked, there ain't nobody nearby, you're gonna get thirsted. So if you're split looting there, you're just gonna try and secure the loot quickly, efficiently, and get out of there and hopefully rotate to your squad better. And honestly, like we heard multiple teams struggle with, the rotations are probably the most difficult part of this game. So if you know that, hey, I'm going to split loot to this place, you got to have all those paths nice and set up and routes to make sure that you're avoiding big buildings and paying attention. Because if you don't, man, these teams are really good at spraying down vehicles.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of what King A was telling me that we mentioned before the game. Like, all they want to do here tonight is just avoid those long rotations, avoid that added risk here. So we'll see what they can do here. They plan on defending their side of the zone. Checking out Team Solid, they are all going to be on the move right now. Looks like Sheephan going to be spotting out that rotate from Team Solid, opting not to take any shots, looking just to be undetected for the time being, because this is going to be a 3v1 if they opt to take this fight. And AZ already going to be down and out, already putting our squad, XQ Gaming, at a disadvantage, only 3 alive.
That's going to be a tough one to come back from right there. I really like Sheephan's push downhill right there. And a lot of people, I think, in that situation would just opt to just try and shoot and make a play. But Sheephan was smart enough to know his position. He was wide out in the open, no cover nearby. The second he shoots, one of his squad mates are going to be able to make that call out, make a rotate, and possibly make a play on them. So you opted to just go ahead down the hill, nice and quiet, say, hey, you know what? I'm not trying to mess with you guys yet. I'll see you later on in the play zone.
They also, I do believe we saw Sheephan had some nice gear, level 3. already looking good when it comes to that situation.
He was
So,
set.
Tribe, King A, DP in the middle of the field right now. Runes right near him. Looks like they're going to be doing some scouting. Looks like a decent position. Here we are, Team Solid as well. So, I mean, anything you're really seeing right now? I mean, I know this is an extremely early game here. A lot of these teams just, you know, rotating, trying to find a good spot. Like, if you were in this game, where would you want to find yourself?
You know, I think Tribe's in a really good spot in this zone. I like to position myself early where you're center, but a little bit off. And I always like to look for a place, especially early game, that is going to be highly rotational. So if we're able to move quick enough and secure that spot, we're most likely going to catch a team passing through, trying to find a spot as well. And if my team's on point, we're able to get that early squad wipe, and that loot's going to be huge. And as I say that, here comes Juicy right there, you know, with the first knock of the evening right on top of the hill beside Pachinki over these reds. And this is like one of those spots I was telling you, Dave, like you're trying to get into zone. You're going to see most of the people driving through this area. And that's exactly what Juicy did, was able to get that knock and thirst quickly. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to really get it fast enough so they can really get that loot. But regardless, I mean, hey, that's a point on the board.
Yeah, that's the point on the board. And that's going to leave XQ Gaming already down to just a duo here in game number 1 of the evening in circle number 1. Circle is going to start closing in here very soon. Looking around, it looks like Omen, they have about 2 vehicles to work with, maybe even 3, so they should be looking pretty good. I mean, Omen, they know how to find themselves in like a top 5 situation, right? At least when looking back in week number 1. I do not see Zute playing here tonight on the squad. Looks like Telly's going to be in for them, so we'll see. We'll see how that plays a factor as well.
You know, Juicy, he's probably one of the most experienced North American IGLs here. He's going to know a lot of these rotations. He's going to be studying and putting in the work here. And you can definitely see, you know, as far as rotationally, they're not doing a bad job. At the same time, it's a tough game. You know, when you're placing a new region in general, you have to adapt to their play style, learn their routes, everything that is going on, period. So, yeah, we see... You know, C9 taking out another member of Pittsburgh Knights. That's going to be a tough loss for them. You know, they're stuck with 2 players left. If I were them, I would be headed all the way to the side, hardship side of the map, and hopefully try to get some cover. They're looking to try and play a little bit more central here. That's definitely going to be a little bit of a risky play. I can see that they're splitting up, trying to maybe possibly take some little outhouses. As we see Ace getting into it, Dave.
Yeah, Ace looks like Nunez will be bleeding on out. Yep, going to be thirsted right there. Alpha 7 GG, another team that, as the nights progress, their confidence, you can just tell they just show it in their play style here. And already coming into this game, it looks like they're going to be taking the fight, but opting not to push onto this, which is understandable considering both these teams will be in the blue zone. Ace, though, definitely losing 1 in the process. Same thing, Rolex from Alpha 7. Also going to be out of the race as well. Ace, they're going to rotate down south. Smart move from them considering Alpha 7 most likely going to move on into a circle and potentially gatekeep this one. I did see, when we did see the circle up, huge circle for Team Queso. They dropped Primorsk and they had a crate down there all to themselves. This could be a really nice game for that squad in particular. Team Solid still 4 up right now. They have 2 compounds they're working with. They're tossing some smokes. That's interesting.
That car position's really tough. I wonder if maybe they just happened to forget that they left that vehicle way out there in the open. Really interesting to see them kind of throw smokes out there, because right now, mid-game is the most important place to where you have to protect vehicles. Protecting it is so huge. You'll see most part, every single one of these squads rotate that vehicle either in a building or behind it, because all these squads, if they see it, they're shooting out tires, they're putting in work. Look at this. Omen Elite getting pushed on right now.
Yeah, with Team Carita, our first place winners of the last day. It looks like Team Carita already going to be down 2 members here. Swagoon going to be spotted, popping up just a second. Juicy forced to heal on up on this tree. Nico also going to be bleeding on out. They need to get the revive. Nico is going to be getting potentially thirsty. It looks like the revive did come out on that side, and
they're gonna try to drive off.
They're gonna try to drive off. This is extremely dangerous considering the fact it's gonna leave them exposed, and
that's
they're finding out firsthand. Yeah, they are going to be both getting wiped out. It's gonna be our team, our first squad eliminated here tonight in game number 1. I mean, I respect the play, but I didn't really see those smokes bloom when they decided to pop in that buggy and evacuate the area. I mean, what are your thoughts on that evacuation plan from Team Carita?
Hey, you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, they knew that they were pinched by 2 squads, and the ejection was the right play. I'm not too sure about that execution. You know, I think in that end, you just kind of have to drive straight alongside those smokes. And I know it's a far rotation because you have to just push straight out. But I think that's really the only option because you can tell the second they drove left and started leaning that way, Omen Elite just lit them up. So yeah, tough position, tough spot for them. But, you know, hey, what are you going to do here as the zone shifts?
Circle.
Yeah, look at that.
Cloud9, right in the middle.
Cloud9
They got
blessed.
a great.
Can't beat that at all. They're in great
And
position
not only that,
here.
Knights, they're only 2 up as well. They're going to be right smack in the middle. They should be able to survive a little longer. We see XQ Gaming going to be making the push as well. They also have a duo, Tribe, doing what they said they were going to be doing, playing that edge here. We see them up there. We got 5 teams in and around Pachinki. All these teams, they need to come up with some type of game plan, Hot Jukes, on how they're going to breach this new circle, especially because the east side of this new circle, that's where a majority of our squads are going to be. So Tribe, we'll see if they can do just that. They have 4 up right now, all in a vehicle. Same thing with Tempo Storm. I believe we saw 3 members in this.
Yeah, you know, Tempo rotating here on the Pittsburgh Knights, but they're going to be pressing this. Unfortunately, there's only 1 up for each, and Tempo is looking to play this really difficult. Rain getting caught out from an off angle right there. That's going to be really tough. I'm surprised to see him kind of drive out there in the open. That's going to shut down the push for now. I'm not sure if Tempo was really kind of paying attention to the kill feed earlier. Well, they actually haven't gotten a knock onto any of these members, so they're not going to know that it's Pittsburgh Knights in here just yet. But
yeah,
Tempo,
you would assume once when they do get a knock, they should just, you know, full on send, realize that there's only 2 alive. But HH24 is going to be spotted right there, chunked down pretty low. Going to be vaulting on into cover, going for that heal. I feel like Tempo and the Knights just might be neighbors for the time being. That just might be the case. I mean, they're going to be in the circle. Obviously, if you are Tempo, you got 3 up. You're not too comfortable with your neighbors. But it actually looks like Jagger and G3, they don't want this. So they're going to be making the push. Jagger already tossing some grenades over here. G3 going to be getting on top of the roof. This is a smart play.
Yeah, you know, I think he knows it too because like Tempo Storm's only hearing 1 footstep. So they're going to be going and pressing it a little bit harder here. At the end of the day, though, like you said earlier, they're in dead center of zone. Neither team are really pressed to have to push this just yet because I think they're all afraid of a third party coming their way. So, yeah, G3, able, wow, great play, able to get out of that warehouse there, give it up, move on to the house, and that's going to, looks like they're going to opt to share this spot in the zone, Tempo and Pittsburgh Knights, Dave. Great play.
Now, one thing I would love for the Knights to do is just pop all those tires, you know, just out of spite. Take out all the utility from Tempo. I mean, they're wide in the open, but that might be too dangerous here, as we will be getting Jagger knocked out.
Ooh, great molly, too, putting the pressure on.
Oh, lean peeking, cooking the grenade. Is this grenade, is it good? Did it pop on out there? The molly's going to be blocking the door. Yep. Tempo Storm Spec able to get the final blow right there. That one molly was key. You know, it kept them in that building while Tempo pushed through that window.
You know, like we said earlier, I think the second they paid attention to the kill feed. You know, Tempo doing exactly what they do. The second they realized that it was Pittsburgh Knights, they knew it was only 2 up. They just, 1 knock. I mean, hey, that's a 3v1. Should be easy cake, and that's exactly what they did right there. So great push from Tempo Storm going into this next zone. They were able to do it really quickly, too. So hopefully avoiding that third party and securing their spot. You know, it's going to be tough, though. They did lose 1 person there kind of unnecessarily. So maybe that's something they're looking to kind of fix and work on going into the next game. Look, Sam gets a knock. Our team of the day, Tribe. Sam, you know, a great shooter. One of, you know, he's known as NA's best shooter for a long period of time there. And as time, you know, of course, has gone on, so many players have gotten just better and better and better. But I mean, hey, this is a North American veteran here getting that long range shots with a red dot on the telly right there. Great knock.
On the M4. My concern is Seagut and Juicy. Juicy is so close. They're so far spread from the other 2 members of Omen Telly. If they do get into an engagement, like we were talking about early on in game like first circle, like will they be able to provide the support? Will Omen be able to push up, maybe toss the smoke, toss some grenades? Looks like Omen are actually going to be getting third partied all the way out there in the distance by Cream as well. So if you are
they're
Omen,
getting some good shots though. They're getting some good
getting
shots,
good shots,
on them.
but you're not in the new circle. Like all these teams, they need to come up with some type of plan on how to push on into this new circle, and it does look like Tribe. Oh my goodness, Alucard popping in. The vehicle will be getting inflicted some damage with this grenade. Gonna get thirsted in the process.
Juicy with that DP, putting in work. And you see in the past, you know, Omen Elite, Juicy, he likes to go out there by himself, secure his spot for his squad, and then let the rest of the team go in there. Man, as you can see, he can put down shot range as well. So they're looking to opt to just rotate away from this squad into a really tough position out in the open. Really risky here. As now they're having to deal with Sam.
With the mini.
Yeah, tapping away.
And going to be getting that point right there. Oh, Telly though.
Wow.
The return fire on Sam. The M4 red dot. Oh, man. I do believe Sam should be able to get revived, though. We see Gut making their approach in the general area. My goodness, though. These long-range shots.
That was a really, really good shot from Telly to be able to kind of stop the pressure coming down. But unfortunately, you know, we have Cream, Real Betis there to put in some work on them. And that's going to be unfortunate. Telly goes down to Team Cream. Gut trying to get some shots as he knows they're in the blue zone. That's free points right there. King A able to get a nice little kill steal onto Italokes. So that's going to be an extra point for...
And that's it for Omen, right? Omen are out.
Yeah, that's it.
They got
that's going to be tough. You know, I'm surprised to see...
decision.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that rotation on the left-hand side. They had to know that Cream Esports was there. They definitely saw him and were putting shots down range. I just think that they saw the smoke, so maybe they thought that they didn't have high cover. Yeah, but at the same time, as soon as you're Cream, you hear that vehicle coming, you know that you got to get them down quick, and that's exactly what happened. As we have the next zone going here, Dave. You know, a little bit more central. This is a lot of open field, though. This is a tough spot. You know, Team Solid, our other team of the day, they're going to be holding that hill right on the top of it, though. I'm not sure if they're going to have a lot of coverage. I think that's exactly what Mafioso is trying to do, to see if they can possibly either set up a car and hold that high ground, or if not, they're going to have to change positions really quickly here as we move on. Yeah, okay, so they are right on the edge of this hill. They're going to be inside zone. Alpha 7 really close to them. This is going to be a great position for them going into the next match, the rest of the match, though, Dave.
Yeah, we saw right before that, Cream, they actually went down to the blue zone. They ended up getting stuck out there. So talking about this position, like you said, they got the high ground. They got the blue zone to their back. Looks like Mafioso going to be making sure nobody surprises them from behind, gets that backstab. Does look like they are aware of Enxame Gaming's position. They see the smokes out there. Rosa just going to be taking some shots, trying to inflict as much damage as possible. This is exactly what Team Solid need. You know, this circle, it could be huge for them. This zone could be huge for them, especially coming into today. This is day number 1, week number 2. They can get some good placement points, some good kills. That could be that momentum, that confidence that they need kind of to recuperate from last week.
Great
Rosa
knock.
will be connecting. Yep, going to be getting one of these knocks. Trying to go for that thirst, though. Popping out, checking in one more time. Tribe, they got 2 alive. Still attempting to rotate on into the zone. 3 kills on the side of Tribe. 2 kills on the side of Team Solid. Team Solid with 4 up right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. You saw King A just drive that vehicle up just a little bit. You know, he's just trying to edge it just to get the corner of the zone down and hopefully kind of put up a little bit of a car wall right here. Team Solid are probably in the best position in this zone. They're doing, like you said earlier, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Right now, they need to be playing keep away. Just shoot at anybody that tries to come close to them. They have a great spot. But they also have to worry about that hard shift, though. They should already have a plan in place of where they're going to go and how they're going to rotate in case the zone hard shifts right here. At the end of the day, though, they're hoping that that's not the case. They're hoping they get that zone and don't got to move anywhere. It could just, you know, spray down everybody. At the end of the day, though, hey, that's not the game, man. You gotta have plans for every contingency. You can see Sam, like I told you earlier, they're right at the edge of zone. They don't need to be going any further. Just gonna smoke out, hold it there, and try and last as long as they can.
Yeah, Sam's kind of split though from King A. Not too much. I know both have a vehicle, so we'll see what they can end up accomplishing with that. I guess, like you said, they're already in the circle. You might as well count your blessings and just be thankful you're not getting shot at, especially if you are King A. New circle is going to go on up. Alpha 7, their little compound, their little building, going to be right on the edge of that circle. And Tribe, they just can't seem to catch a break here. 10 teams remaining, 2 members up on Tribe. Will they send it in opposite directions here, Hot Jukes? Will King A go one way, maybe to the north? Will Sam, try their luck to the south? Or will they be able to regroup up and, I don't know, take the fight? They do have those vehicles. They could use it as hard cover, but bet your bottom dollar it is going to cause a lot of noise, and a lot of these teams are going to be looking right in their direction. Looks like Team Solid, though.
They are going
to be, still in this circle on the edge here. 2 kills so far. They got the high ground. They got the top of the hill here. Their concern really Exam, right? Because if Exam get a knock over here, I can see Exam popping in the UASs and being extremely aggressive on this one and overthrowing their position.
I'm not really right now, if I'm Team Solid, you have the position. You got to play aggressive. You got to play aggressive because you don't want any squad to push up on you. They're playing a little too passive here. Exam saw that, and they got the opportunity to push in a little bit further. And they're going to try to open up this fight with some grenades, put the pressure on so they can get the rest of their squad. And that's exactly what happens. Exam is able to get there right now. It's going to be a huge fight coming up for Team Solid.
Mafioso tossing one on Garcia. Garcia's already going to be healing on up over there. Dudu, though, being forced to spray their DP out there in the distance on the Tribe. And Exam, they are taking fights in all types of directions. They're trying to toss out some grenades onto Team Solid, making sure they don't make the push. And they're also trying to third-party all the teams making their way on into new zone. A huge knock right there. Proza able to get the grenade onto Dudu.
And here they come.
This has to be the push. Yep, this has to be the push. This is exactly what Team Solid needed. Team Solid going to be making the push right now. The smokes are out on the end of Exam. Exam trying to heal on up, trying to get these revives, but these grenades inflicting so much damage right now. I believe only one more remaining member up for Exam, and here comes Reason.
And that's it.
With that M4, and that's going to be it. That's exactly what they needed to do.
Huge.
They're still alive. 6 kills. And they got the hill.
Huge play for Team Solid right there. And luckily for them, another squad didn't come for the third party during that fight. So right now, Team Solid needs to play extra aggressive. They need to stand up and just shoot at everything that moves, make it difficult for every team to rotate in, and hopefully secure the victory here. Unfortunately, they did get one member knocked. HH24 trying to make something happen for Tempo Storm here in the late game. And it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. Looks like the revive will be successful up there onto Team Solid. Midtech, I don't know what Midtech is doing. Taking a little blue damage, trying to surprise Team Solid. I don't know if that's going to pay off over here, down here on the low ground. Looks like they do have a buggy. They are going to be right on in the zone. Alpha 7 GG trying to survive with their solo member, trying to go for these placements. 4 teams remaining. Ace still alive down there in the north end of this. Team Solid going to be rotating on in to the south, as they do need to make their way on into this new circle. Now, I do see one member from Team 16. That's going to be Tempo Storm. Like you said, HH24, essentially a 1v4. This could be a huge upset, though, if they're able to pull it off, Hot Jukes.
This is devastating for Team Solid, as they have to push into the zone, and there's a lot of solo squad members. You see Tempo right here, and you see Alpha 7 GG on the opposite end, and it's always difficult when you're a full squad pushing in. The solo members aren't going to be shooting like crazy right after the bat, because they're going to be playing a little bit more passive in the beginning. But right when they see a wide opening, which is most likely what they're going to give, that Team Solid is going to get most likely shot in the background, and it's going to be tough to get in here. So they need to get these knocks as fast as possible. And here they come to try to set up a car wall in the zone. Gonna be risky here.
Austin smokes. HH24 is also not in the circle, so one thing
Straight
to
the
note.
rock.
I don't know if they're aware of HH24's position, and they are going to be now. HH24 going to be taking some shots out there on that push from Team Solid. Team Solid thought they were safe, but you know what? The lurker in the south, the snake in the grass. You always got to watch out. You always have to watch out, and it does look like Team Solid will have 2 alive here. They are 100% aware of HH24's position now.
That zone's closing, though.
Team Solid.
Not going to be an easy fight. They're going a little too separate right now. I think that they need to secure the position onto HH24. They're putting every smoke down that they can, trying to heal up. He sees them, and there it is. Huge knock.
All right. Yeah, they might even be able to get this revive. Maybe, just maybe. if they're crazy enough to pull it on off. I do believe it is going to be a 3v2 right now. Reezy over there bleeding on out, but they do have that smoke. It will be able to keep them up and at him. Mafioso attempting to go for the heal before making the push on into the center.
Right, you are. It's going to be interesting to see here. Apologize for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back as we're having a little bit of an issue here with the stream. So apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, so they were actually able to get the revive at the end. Not Found was able to use that crate as cover, and pretty much the three members of Team Solid were able to just spread their wings and dominate that final zone right there. Ace, they actually waited till the very end when they were forced to push with that blue. They were taking a lot of blue damage, but like we said, it was a 3v2 at the end there. Team Solid, huge performance. Week number one, we didn't see nearly as many plays as they made here today in game number one. Maybe it's because there are highlighted team hot jukes or they did their homework during the break. Great game. Mafioso, 5 kills. Froza, 3 kills right there. The teamwork was phenomenal. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, HH24 almost spoiling the victory for Team Solid right there at the end. Tempo able to get third place. Great game for them as well. Ace, a super consistent squad here. They are known for getting really good placement points, and I like to see that they're able to get a couple kills to go along with that here this game as well. Cloud9, they're favored in the circle for some time. We really didn't see much from them, at least from our perspective, but they managed to get 5 kills in the process. Also, Tribe, 3 kills, decent placement points for them. They are going to have 4 more games to go here tonight. But Team Queso, they dropped Primorsk. The first couple circles, they favored Primorsk. Didn't really exactly see what happened to them either. I mean, I feel like the zone definitely a huge factor in a lot of these teams and their downfall here in this game. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Knights and XQ Gaming, we saw them early on. They lost two members, kind of forcing them to be that duo. And you're already going to be at disadvantage when you have the numbers not stacked in your favor. And not only that, I mean, the zone kept not favoring them as well. So those rotate so deadly, especially when you're running into squads of four. That's kind of where they find themselves. Next map is going to be Miramar, the tried and true, the new Miramar 2.0. Our squads have had the opportunity to play this map only 4 times now when it comes to the competitive lobby that we are in. As a reminder, Group E will be sitting out. So it's going to be the Knights, there's going to be Tribe, Team Solid, and Cloud9. Looking forward to it, though. Yeah, yeah. I mean, decent damage. I'm actually surprised. I thought Sand would have more damage because they kept getting. It looked like they're getting some nice sprays onto Omen out there when Omen were forced to push on into Cream out there in the fields. But 513, not bad. 3 kills in game number one, not bad. I mean, Tribe. Yeah, I'm surprised with the little. Yeah. Hmm. Wow. 931 damage on Mafioso out there. That's great. Yeah, that's great. And really I feel like a lot of these damage numbers comes from the push from Exam. Exam, they were able to get that squad wipe, and not only that, they were able to third party all those teams that are out there making their way on in from the northeast, as they did have the top of the hill, kind of that game winning position, at least in my opinion. But huge play for them to be able to get Reezy up at the end as well to make sure that they have the numbers advantage. It was a 2v2 essentially, but that push, Reezy was in those smokes at the very end, and they were able to turn around to a 3v1. So you never know. You never know. Ace, they could have won, but you know what? Team Solid coming out with a clutch win at the end. Their first win here. Their first win. So huge, huge game number one for the team. Hopefully, with this momentum, we can kind of see the rebound of the squad this week. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, right, Shar. Huge performance coming out from Team Solid. That's going to be it for game number one. Let's go ahead and head over to the break, and then we should be able to get back with you with Miramar 2.0, a map that just was released a few days ago, and I think it's been a crowd favorite. We've seen nothing but crazy performances as well, so don't go anywhere, and we'll see you back right after the break.
and Team Queso will be sitting out that map and taking a little breather, taking a little break. And you know what? That's I don't know. If you're Simplicity, I don't know if that's a good thing, because this last game was Simplicity's best game yet in the
Yep.
scrims. They're able to get a chicken dinner. Doc 3 kills, Russell 3 kills, Irish
Huge.
3 kills, Min Woo 1 kill. Huge. This could be the turning point for the squad. But the thing is, now they gotta take a break. They gotta take a break. But that's just the name of the game. That's the system. That's how it is. So hopefully, you know, they can come back on into the Vikendi map and continue popping off. Same thing with Team Queso. Team Queso are also sitting out. So that's our first and second place squads, all going to be taking a break on the bench.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a difference going into this break now, but hey, you know what? It's Sanhok, so I'm sure that they're pretty happy to take a break through that map. Let's see how the scoreboard has changed, ladies and gentlemen, for the evening, as now we can see Ace 1 in first place. Wow, really surprising to be able to see them coming out on top, you know, without a chicken dinner so far. That's just pure kills right there. 14 total kill points, 18 placement points. Great performance, but they are also tied, though, with Tempo Storm with the same amount of points. Team Queso and Simplicity also tied as well. This is the closest scoreboard we've had so far out of all the matches in the past 5 days, Dave. What are your thoughts on this scoreboard?
Yeah, I mean, Ace, they just know how to be consistent here throughout the games. I mean, every single night, they end up within the money, or if not in the money, like a couple points from the money. So if I'm one of these teams that are on the, you know, the bottom half of the leaderboards, I would definitely be studying up on some Ace rotations, maybe some play styles, some tactics, and maybe taking a couple notes.
Yeah, you know, to see them come out big this time here in day number 5. Oh, what a great performance so far. They still have 3 matches left to go, Dave. So we're going to see how they hold on. Let's see how the rest of the leaderboard is doing so far, as we have Team 11 going to be Cloud9. You know, Cloud9, one of the top competitive esports teams in the world, you know, and one of the NA favorites, having a tough time so far at today's scrims. But at the end of the day, these are scrims, right? These are meant to go and practice, make adjustments, and hopefully they're able to come back. But I mean, hey, I think a lot of people are surprised to see them struggling here so far in these scrims, Dave.
I feel like the teams, and this is not me BMing or anything like that, but the teams that are like, yeah, these are just scrims, I feel like those are teams that aren't doing too well. Because if you're a team, if you're popping off, you're like, yeah, PMPL, we're winning. We're winning. We're beating everybody. They ain't got nothing on us. You know, obviously, if you're winning, you're gonna be gloating about it and posting on social media your kills, your scores, and bragging about the money. But honestly, these are scrims. But I feel like these teams should take them serious. You know, they should take them and practice. You know, try new play tactics, new play styles, and really just try to evolve themselves, work on their team communication. So when PMPL comes rolling around, they're ready to go, and they know they have the confidence needed to participate at that high level, because it's going to be the same lobby. But at the end of the day, you need to beat that lobby, this lobby right now, in order to make it to Worlds. So there's a lot riding on the line, even though this is just scrims right now. To me, it's the real deal. So I'd be participating and trying my hardest every single map.
Yeah, you got to give it your all, especially, you know, you got this kind of prize pool. You got all your fans, everybody out there waiting on there. And this is your early opportunity. This is the best practice that you can get before the big league. So, yeah, you know, one of our teams of the day is Tribe Gaming in 13th place. You know, having a couple, you know, first couple, but they still got three more matches left on the board. So they can definitely pull out a big performance. So thank you guys. And again, apologize for the technical difficulties that we've gone through so far. But here, we're going to get up ready for match number 3 right after this break, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
นี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะ เดี๋ยวทำให้ดู 14 นาฬิกามา 2 คน 150 เมตร แค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ 4 เมตร แล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยว เราต้องรู้ระยะปืน ใกล้กลางไกล เข้าใจเปล่า
พี่นี่เก่งนะ
คนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยอะ
แต่ไม่เท่
ไม่มันจะไม่เท่เลยปั๊บมึงดูเป็น50 คิวอะมันจะไม่เท่เลยแรงล่าง ทำไงนะ
ซื้อ RP13
กูไม่บอก โอ้โห
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you again for the inconvenience that we put y'all through. But guess what? You know, we got some recaps here. We got none other than D-Gon ready to kind of give you a little bit of a glimpse of what game number 2 was like. D-Gon, what were your thoughts on the match? You know, you were able to catch some bits and pieces of it. So, you know, what were your thoughts?
Yeah. We worked through some of the things that everyone has from time to time, but here, Simplicity, which I think is one of the more conservative teams in trying to change their persona off of it, had some decision making, and I think basically with 4 teams up, we go through the decision making of Simplicity and some of the luck that they get from their fellow North American counterpart Tempo Storm. So why don't we take a look at that one and how things shook up there?
Perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and go on over to you so you can go ahead and show exactly what we're talking about right here.
Yeah, so here we go. Simplicity is up against CultuBGBG, who has had a decent day so far. Tempo, who is always getting the circle, always blessed. And Queso, I think probably overall the best team in the region so far. as we take a peek at some of the decision making they have to go through here. Simplicity has been chunked. They were able to revive on up, and they have to decide where are they going to focus their point of attack. Queso and Tempo are currently engaged towards each other, and CultuBGBG just got chunked by a massive nade by Rain, so much so that Rain starts focusing back over at Queso because he knows that there's hill advantage for CultuBGBG. And so Simplicity, normally conservative team, you imagine maybe they sneak their way on over here by the crate. You know, they've got a lot of coverage. Instead, they're decisive, and during this fight with Tempo, see that, holy cow, everyone is chunked by CultuBGBG. We're going to be the ones that go and finish them off. And so as Tensa gets this amazing nade right there, where everyone in Queso gets chunked. Look at this right here by Simplicity. Irish is low, but they're like, hey, Luke, we got to go. We need to go right now. Otherwise, CultuBGBG's going to get all their revives back on up. We know there's only one guy up right now that isn't knocked. And in the meantime, Tensa just gets a nice lob and gets everybody super low. Right here, look at this. Health bar with Marco, health bar with Mystic, and pow! Everyone just chunked. Where's the health bar by Marco? Where's the health bar by Mystic? Everyone's super low, but unfortunately no one dies. In the meantime, look at this right here. Doc pulls a trigger, able to push on through, pick up a knock, get himself a flush, and everyone else gets finished off there. So Simplicity doing a fantastic job being decisive to take control, and now the high ground for the rest of the fight based off of whoever ends up winning between Tempo and Queso. And Tempo puts up a good fight. They eventually fall because they had less people. And then it's down to just a 3v3 here, as Doc did end up getting chunked. And Mystic having to deal with Rain on the side before he finally dies. Simplicity then saying, hey, look, they're low, they're chunked, let's push on through. And this is what I want to see from these, maybe not the upper echelon teams of North America, but the decisiveness to push on through and realize, hey, look, we have the advantage. We want to go ahead and capitalize on that. And here's the big play here. You got a lot of the focus here on Doc, Irish, and Minwoo, and Russell, the guy that does play the most aggressive out of anyone in Simplicity, pulls the wraparound, quietly sneaks through the side using multiple lanes of bushes and some terrain to cover his flank. And as they push on through, the rest of the team now realizing Russell's in position to help on out. We'll speed that one up just a little bit more. Ayala does get a knock on the Doc, which makes things a little dicey. In the old Simplicity, I think, might have folded a little bit here. But as soon as they push, Irish engages, and it's just a clean line of sight here for Russell right there. Boop. There it is. This is so easy for him to clean things up. I love seeing this from Simplicity, and this is all because they made the aggressive play to go to the high ground, to pick the fight and clean things up. So I'm very proud of how Simplicity is playing, and hopefully more plays like that will move up some of our middle tier North American teams into the upper tier of all of the Americas. That's what I'm looking for.
Wow, what a performance. And you saw Simplicity there, able to get the clutch third party right there. That was huge by them. Great to see them be able to pull that one out right there. So, hey, Miramar 2.0, we're able to catch a little bit of a glimpse of it, you know, but we're getting ready for now Sanhok. And I know that that's going to be an interesting one to see and an interesting one to look back at here because that's Snake City. That's Snake City. Everyone's going to be hitting the turf and getting into it. So let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay immediately, guys. Thank you so much for being so patient as we jump into it right here. And Degon, great analysis there from Degon right there to be able to go ahead and show us the end of that fight there. Great to see, you know, Simplicity utilizing that, having the IQ to say, hey, we're going to go ahead, like if Team Queso or Tempo win this one, we'll cut them a check, you know, as we're just going to go and clean up afterwards and take that first place chicken dinner. Still, hey, getting a chicken dinner no matter what against these squads ain't easy. So it's definitely good to be able to see them get on the board.
Get on the board. And not only that, Degon nailing it on the head. You know, Russell playing that off angle, playing such a crucial role for Simplicity in that dub right there. Huge plays from Simplicity. As mentioned, though, Simplicity, they are going to be sitting out this map on Sanhok. Same thing with Team Queso. So we will catch those teams after this game. Players are going to be loaded on up in the plane right now. Hot Jukes on Sanhok. The plane path going from south to north. Tell me, what do you see, Hot Jukes?
Sanhok, it's that map where, where you get that zone, the second that zone shifts, you need to start running immediately. I think this is the map that every single one of these teams just kind of dread to play. As fun as it is to play in classics, and when it comes to competitive, it's just the only one that's different from the rest. You don't see people really using vehicles there because you can't. It's such a small map. Everybody's running distance from away from you. So if they hear a vehicle driving, they're going to shoot you out of it. There's hardly any smokes there as well. So, I mean, it's just a tough dynamic period. We see Cloud9, though, going to Paradise, the place that they like to go. We've seen them drop there pretty much every time that they played a Sanhok match. Oh, look at this. A good, solid Western circle here. And this is tough because, it's not often you get this kind of zone here. But look at this. Loops and Tribe going back at it again. They're going to keep, looks like they're going to keep competing to see who's going to be the boot camp champs. And Becker with the first knock on to C-Gun.
Yeah, this is interesting because last week, if I do recall, I believe Loops were able to mop the floor with Tribe and actually win boot camp for themselves. And like you mentioned, Becker will be getting the first knock on to King A. King A going to be bleeding on out right there in the Lobster Claw area. Alucard holding it off angle, I believe on the first floor. We see a couple members from Loops. They're not even going to have armor, no helmets, and they are extremely aggressive right now. They know who they're versing. They know they got the knock on King A. They are doing everything in their power to get this confirmed. Use King A as bait, as Seagut is going to be out there in the distance, also connected on. The thing is, Alucard has not moved a muscle. Loops, they're going to be pushing. Alucard holding these stairs right here. Will they spot one of the members popping on in from Loops with the well, making the spray, taking down Alucard right there. And Tribe already down 2 members. Seagut, King A. Oh my goodness. Alucard
they know they need to go now.
Out.
They know they need to go now. Tribe, after that knock, trying to make a play happen. Because they're not going to be able to get out of boot camp going up that hill. But, ooh, huge knock for Sam.
Yep.
Trying to make it happen with the Victor. Will he be able to finish it off?
You can't pull back now. I mean, it's up to Sam. Sam looks like they're going for the revive on King A. I'm actually surprised Loops did not get the confirmed flush on a King A. And the revive will be confirmed. Becker up here on the stairs has to hear the footsteps. Yeah, 100% knows what's going on right now.
Oh my goodness. What just happened here? Loops seem to have the whole entire fight, underneath their belt. And then now they're the ones down a member. They're down 2 members. Yeah, so they're down they're down a member in this fight. What a crazy turn of events right here. It seems that they got those 2 knocks and then just, I don't know, so maybe a little synergy issue where they opted to just play that one passively. And that's a tough loss for them. This Tribe gets reset. They're going to be really well-versed to win this one. Now, Seagut's still holding out that off angle. He has to know Becker's holding there. So he's not able to cross right now.
You need to get the flushes. You need to get the flushes. So important.
They need to get Seagut across. They need to get Seagut across. He needs to get in the fight right now. So without that, there's going in 2v2. Really interesting to see this play.
I like that they're working as a unit. I like that Sam and King are moving together, making sure to clear all the rooms. Now, Becker might have spotted some feet. Yep, going to be peeking this window. Will be taking some pre-fire shots and connecting on Sam right there. Nice pre-fire. So their positions are going to be compromised, but on the flip end of that, Becker's position on this 3rd story is also going to be compromised. So Seagut really going to be that deciding factor. Maybe they can get the wraparound. Maybe they can get a nice angle on Becker up here on the roof.
I mean, they have to know that they're 3v2. At the same time, though, Dave, they're in zone, so they can play this a little bit slower. They don't have to play it too fast. They're man up, though. They can easily just, full push this. Just beware of, a crazy nade or, some kind of crazy off angle. But as long as they push together, they should be able to clear out Loops. But Loops are playing this really quietly. They don't want to give away their position. And it looks like Tribe is looking to do the same. Interesting to see here. Because, I mean, Tribe does not want to lose another member. That's for sure. Now, look, see, this is what they should be doing right here. Now they're pushing together. This is exactly what's going on. Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh, he pulled out
He pulled out the scythe. The scythe.
Oh, my goodness.
Try to not make as much noise as possible, but it does not matter. Tribe moving as a unit right now. Moving as 3. Using their numbers to their advantage. Going to be clearing the rooms and taking Loops down and out. So it does seem like the score is 1-1 now when it comes to the victors of Bootcamp. Almost immediately, though, we find ourselves in some more engagements over here. Omen going to be find themselves in a fight with our team, XQ Gaming. XQ Gaming, known for their aggressive plays. We already see Starlight tossing out some grenades. Chief Man will be bleeding on out. Hopefully some smokes are out there on the field as well. But Angry up here on the top of the hill, playing with oversight right now on their squad. Nico and Juicy, as they do make their retreat back. These grenades are just ringing out right now. AZ gonna be making a push, gonna be tagged by Angry. Looks like 3 members of Omen right behind this rock. But you know what's my main concern, Hot Jukes? Tempo Storm out there in the distance looking to third party this.
That's a tough one right there. I think Omen Elite recognizes, you know, they got XQ Gaming right in front of them, but Tempo is on the other side. So they really just kind of want to back off, avoid this fight. And they did exactly that. They were able to get that ejection, but AZ could have a huge nade, but Omen Elite gets it back out of there. Goes Nico with a huge grenade right there. But I don't know if they're opting to push this, as Angry did get knocked. They had a return knock though, so it's gonna be tough to see right here. You know, they know they're 3-3. Oh
huge
man,
fight.
That's a huge fight
going back and forth. We'll have to pay attention to the kill feed. We're popping over real quick with one of our teams that we are going to be spotlighting here today. They did win game number 1. Not found. Mafioso going to be down. Going to be confirmed. Going to be out of the game. Sent back to the lobby.
Tough.
Team Solid only down to a duo right now. And looks like they're versing our squad from last week, B4. We know B4, they got what it takes as a duo to win squad fight after squad fight. Looks like they should be able to get the revives, as Prozo and Reezy will be quickly hauling on out of there, getting their retreat, going for the much needed placement points right now in this game if they want to stay afloat on the overall leaderboards.
Eject, that's the button that they need to push. You know, it's tough when you lose 2 members like that. You just gotta put your head down, run away, and try and survive as long as you can. Especially with B4, you know, like, hey, you've seen what they could do with 2 members up, you know. So when they got a full squad, something you have to worry about. Okay, so Omen Elite did get the revive onto Angry, and it looks like they're just opting to kind of back off and just reset the fight right here. You know, it's a smart play. It's a smart play. You know, you have Tempo at the edge. You know that they can third party the fight at any time. Placement is just so huge in this tournament. 20 points of victory. Third place is 10. So just those 3 placements alone, you have to get 10 kills just to even catch up to that. So, you know, they're going to go ahead and back off. XQ Gaming, though, oh, they're stuck. They are stuck in this building. This is a tough one to get out of.
They got Omen keeping them pinned down. And meanwhile, Tempo are moving uphill. Tempo are moving uphill to get sightlines on both XQ and Omen. I really appreciate Tempo's rotate right now. They know that that fight is happening. They saw the kill feed. They heard it just moments ago. So they're not necessarily playing for this circle. They're playing for the circle ahead of this. I mean, this is thinking ahead, Hot Juice.
Yeah, you know, they're trying to get a better position going into this next zone right here. It's really tough because when you're stuck in that little shack right there, they know where you are, and you're not going to be able to get out. And with Sanhok being a tough place to get smokes, as we can see right now, Mezix and Ace are getting into it. Mezix having the upper hand. Oh, they caught Ace out the boat.
Out of a boat?
Ace
in the blue?
Doing the boat play in Sanhok?
In the blue,
okay,
paralyzed
Ace.
Out there just swimming like a duck, nowhere to go. Look at that.
And look where they're at in the zone. Interesting
2-2
play.
split. Yeah,
I mean, they are
2-2
far north. I mean, Ace had to think that they were safe with the boat play, but Mezix found them, was able to get 2 kills with the boat right off the bat. Then they were able to find another member, and look how far Mezix is split right now. Looks like they're opting to take those points. You know, like they know Paralyze is 1 up left. Hopefully trying to get this 2v1. They're still in the blue though, like you said, and this is hard. I'm not really too sure about this play up for Mezix because it's Sanhok. You know, like sure, you're going to try to get into zone and it's still early, but these zone timers are so much faster. And if you see this zone, you know it's going to rotate most likely further in, and they have to run immediately. And with Wildcard gatekeeping them, that's going to be tough with only 2 members, let alone, it's going to be tough with 4, let alone 2. You know what I'm saying? This is a really interesting play to see Mezix kind of go this route here as, you know, Team Solid. M24 in Sanhok. That's the play right there. You know, really interesting to see here. I know that we have not seen a bolt action sniper knock or kill yet on the kill feed. Something I know I'm looking forward to see here. And I would be shocked to see if Sanhok's going to be the first place to do it.
Hey, one can only hope. And you know what? Especially if you are Team Solid after getting the first win of the evening, down to just a duo. It does look like they are going to be able to pick them up 4 times to go with that. They're going to be right here on the edge. We saw just a second ago the Knights 4 up as well out there in the distance. So, yeah, if you are Team Solid, I mean, this is a good position. Honestly, you don't really want to get involved right now. Just play the edge, go for the placement points, and hope the Sanhok circles can really toss a wrench in everybody else's plan and just allow you to continue to survive. And as you mentioned just a couple moments ago, Mezexis ESports, they had an interesting 2-2 split going on. You would hope the other 2 members that were taking out Ace would regroup, as Darius now creeping and crawling their way up, getting close behind Spring from Wildcard. My question is, Spring, I don't think Spring's aware of the sneaky snake over here crawling on them. But by the way Darius is crawling, I think Darius might have the upper hand right here. We actually see one from Mezexis in the water. I think behind Spring as well. So they're trying. They got the snake in the water and the grass. They're trying to sneak up on Spring right now. Will Spring be able to hear this in time? Will Spring recognize that they are in a trap right now? Oh my goodness, Spring does not know what's coming their way.
You know, the snake on a mission. Spring really has to be careful here. I think I remember seeing you do an interview on your YouTube channel with Acer the other day, Dave, and I remember him saying that, and correct me if I'm wrong, that he said that Spring is their off-angle specialist. Am I right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, if he's their off-angle specialist, and I have no Spring, I know that he could definitely make those plays. So he's going to be hyper aware in this position. You see, Tempo and PK are getting into it. Each have a team knocked. Oh, Rain trying to hit a huge nade. Yeah, this would be huge for them. Oh, and he nails it!
Oh, yes, exactly what they needed. The question is, though, do they push down from their high ground vantage point and try to get the confirms on that knock and try to take down and out the squad of the Knights? Looks like Raven is going to go for that revive onto Jagger. Jagger bleeding on out. Smokes blocking the sight lines. Like you said, it's risky. We see right now Tempo Storm just continuing to toss out the grenades, trying to get the confirms, not opting to move out of position. But look, right behind them, we have AZ from XQ Gaming making the push-up, trying to get the backstab. This is so lucky right now for the Knights. The Knights are lucking out huge. XQ.
You know, that's an interesting point, but unfortunately, they're getting the bad end of it too, as B4 Esports are also third-partying Pittsburgh Knights from behind. They got 2 knocked already there. That was really interesting. There's only 1 up from XQ. He's keeping super quiet. Look at that! Oh, he gets caught!
Getting caught. Tensa down. Spec bleeding. Not down yet.
Starlight.
Look at that. The third star coming out. It's just Starlight. Starlight versus 2 members of Tempo right here. Starlight gonna be making the push, looking for the pre-fire right there. Oh, and then Bucky from GRUNTo. The steal kill. The zone is gonna go on up. Yep, like you mentioned, Starlight gonna opt to just avoid this fight with Tempo. Tempo should be able to get the revive. Yep, they did onto Tensa. And they're gonna have 3 up, but they need to be cautious of GRUNTo up there on the rocks. And their new compound that they were just in no longer favored. So they might be coming up right behind Starlight. Starlight needs to find a bush, needs to find their way into a circle and just pray that no one sees them.
This is not a simple situation for Tempo. You know, that sucks getting backstabbed right there. They lost a member. They're not happy about that. But not to mention, look where the zone shifted. You know, they know that they couldn't just run straight in. So they opted to kind of go down that hill a little bit, up and around, try to get as much cover as they can and try to find a spot in the zone. But you were mentioning earlier, you know, GRUNTo right on top. They have all the vantage points right here. It's going to be difficult for both Pittsburgh Knights as Lucas.
Close.
He's got the 6XM4. That's the gun to have right now in this position. You know, Tempo, that was a good thing for Tempo because they had to hear those shots. So they had to know
100.
that, okay, there's a player up there. We're going to go ahead and play extra careful right here, but this is still a tough zone for each one of these teams, Dave.
I mean, this perch right now that Lucas is holding, this could be the real deal. And not only that, we see Bucky out there in the distance kind of making sure Lucas doesn't get pushed. So Lucas can really inflict a lot of damage from up here. And like you mentioned, Tempo, they're aware of Lucas's position. We see Tempo moving S3. They're going to be working their way uphill through the rocks. Rain is going to be connected on by Lucas. HH24 able to get a little closer behind that cover over there. Will they be able to get the revive? Hopefully they have some smokes. I mean, they've been smoking themselves throughout this map. No luck so far. Tribe, though, another one of our highlighted teams, Hot Jukes.
Getting a
Team
kill.
find themselves out here pushed up, as it does seem like Omen are going to take this engagement.
They have to. You know, they have to in this position here. Nice and close. Look at that. Juicy getting some damage right now. And he's going in. Look at this. Omen Elite.
Yep, in sight. Juicy trying to wrap around right now.
Oh.
Cover. King A will be spotted, will be taken down and out. Then Tribe down to just 2 right now, trying to survive. Seagut doesn't pop around the corner. Nico, though, the QBZ does not matter. The spray right here from Nico, able to get the confirm onto Tribe. And you know what? They should be able to get these revives. They should be able to get this loot and
Oh my goodness.
continue making their way on into this new zone. Next zone did pop up, so they need to be quick with this looting because they are not in it anymore.
They have to go fast. 44 seconds on the clock right there. What a push from Omen Elite. They knew the zone was coming. They just, as soon as they got even a little damage, they pushed instantly. And that's the thing, is like, that's where you can tell, you know, these tier 1 teams from the teams that are kind of like mid-range, because the IGL doesn't have time to tell you to push. You have to recognize instantly. Oh, okay. As soon as he says it, you got to go instantly. And that's exactly what Omen Elite did, and we're able to get the kill on the Tribe. It was cool to see Seagut busting out the shotgun as well. S12K, I've said it time and time again, I think that he's probably one of the deadliest players in North America with a shotgun in his hands. Unfortunately, he got caught kind of in that mid-range position and wasn't able to get the full squad right there. But still, you know, got to give it to Omen Elite for making the great plays around the Tribe.
Yeah, and like you said, timing was everything. They knew the next circle would pop. Now, they weren't sure exactly where it would go, but they knew they needed to take that fight before finding out. And, you know, right when they were fighting, we saw the pop. It didn't favor them, but you know what? The fight was already over by then pretty much. So timing was everything. Great play from them. Talking about players making plays, Team Solid still with their duo up here, opting to go for a nice little dip, you know, maybe wash off. You know, it is hot and humid and moist on Sanhok, so they're gonna be taking a nice little dip and then swimming up on the beach, having a good old jolly time. Alpha 7 GG rotating on in with this Ronnie will be finding themselves a compound on the edge here. And oh no, Team Solid, I thought they were good. I thought they were on vacation, but unfortunate for them, we had one of the members from B4 spotting these 2 members from Team Solid going for that swim, and they're going to be taking some damage right now, Hot Jukes.
Yeah, you know, you can see Burgess going fishing right there. Oh, home got some knocks on the Resi. Lucky for him, he was able to get in. Oh yeah,
they're right on the
they're
edge.
in.
They're safe.
They're in.
They are not making it out of here.
You know,
I'm telling you that right now. They are not making it out of here.
They have to hope for a third party. That's their only chance, I think, right now. You know, and they're praying that the zone lands right on them, because if it does, that'll be huge. And also Alpha 7. You see Alpha 7 spot right now. They're in the zone. But if that zone hard shifts off them, it is nothing but open field. So if I'm them, even then, you just don't know what play you could possibly make in this position, you know? It's going to be tough to see. Hopefully they get zoned here as it's about to close, and it shifts.
It didn't.
Oh.
Bad luck. Bad luck bears right there. Bad luck bears. But like you said, B4, they could opt to, you know, go for that 2 points. But Alpha 7, they also need to make the push out. So B4 being distracted right now by the rotate from Alpha 7, that could be exactly what Team Solid need to sneak their way on into the new zone, to sneak their way on up shore, as we do see Maxon actually taking shots of their own. So yeah, all the focus right now from B4 is going to be on capitalizing on the Alpha 7 GG push right now. All the members from Alpha 7 in the Ronnie is straight up sending it. Vehicle almost on fire. Vehicle explosion by Pyra from Cloud9. Able to get a couple kills, and Alpha 7 GG rolling right into Cloud9. Unfortunate for them.
You know, that's the worst case scenario right there. You know, like once the zone hard shifted on, I told it was going to be difficult for them to go. And B4 opting to kind of just wait for them. There's not really much you could do if you're Alpha 7 GG in this situation, you know. Maybe hold one out and try to do a heal strat to last a little bit longer, but even then, that's risky. B4 is going to try to get in the zone here, and it's going to be tough for them. This is the price you pay for gatekeeping. Rezi gave away his position. Wow, I'm really surprised to see that right there. That helped. That was huge.
What's going on? The play zone's taking out.
The play zone got him.
Getting third partied over here. B4 trying to survive right here. Spotting Vega. They're just running into Mezexis right now, who were lying in wait for the push from B4. Mezexis are putting in work. Remember, Mezexis were holding a 2-2 for some time over in this area, and it does look like Mezexis will be thirsted, will be taken down and out. Wildcard going to be utilizing this wall right now, trying to avoid the third party right now from Omen. This is just a bloodbath, Hot Jukes.
The zone is just seeming to be the MVP right now, and it usually is here in this Sanhok match. Cloud9 is out of position as well. Oh, look at this GRUNTo. Everyone's out of the zone right here. This is a tough one. It's wide. Oh, it's in the wide open field. Oh, it's pretty much who moves first. Like, as you can see right now, Wildcard using all the smokes they have, and I said earlier, you know, this is one of the toughest maps to get them. Rand's got a great position right here. Unfortunately, though, every squad is going to be pressing this really, really tightly. This is the toughest zone right now in this entire map. Look at that.
I really hope Rand and Bucky could capitalize from their position up here. Yeah, it's not going to be in the next zone, but they are overlooking all this. They are overlooking all those teams trying to make their push on in, and it actually looks like they're going to opt to utilize the rotate, wrap themselves up here on the edge of the blue zone over here to the east. They're going to be pulling up right behind Omen. While leaving Rand back here. So they're
with the
leaving Rand back here to take shots on
He's not
C9.
going to get down.
Yeah.
He can't get down from there. Yeah. He's got the great overwatch right here. They're going to go ahead and sacrifice him. He has to make sure to not get knocked, putting in the work on the Cloud9.
Oh, Rand. Yeah, Cloud9. Open field, like you mentioned. They had Rand up here from their perch taking shots. They had to rotate right on into
Dominating!
And now look at this. Huge plays from Rand. Rand will be getting a nice knock before popping on down with their squad. But Q will be spotted. Q's going to be taken down very well. And just like that, Wildcard winning the game. Oh, no. And Omen's second place. GRUNTo actually got... So in the matter of about 2 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a matter of 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Omen, GRUNTo both dying at the same exact time. Wildcard surviving pretty much.
Angry.
The ending.
I mean, what a clutch play from Angry right there, you know? I'm so shocked that GRUNTo, like, that he opted to jump off the hill right there. You know, he had the position. He was still in zone. Getting down wasn't the option. I think he has to recognize that, hey, I just got to go make these plays, sacrifice myself for the squad while they try to hold up. But he jumped down. Angry saw all three lined up, was able to get the squad wipe, and then Zone took him out immediately after giving Wildcard the win. I wonder what Wildcard was thinking there. They're kind of like, okay, you know, chicken dinner. I'll take it to the bank, you know. But wow, what a Sanhok match! Tough Zone MVP wiping out. I think just like a ridiculously high percentage of the zone. But I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do when you got so many squads all around? You just kind of have to eat blue and hope for the best in that position.
You said,
but
if you're GRUNTo, maybe they should have opted to leave Rand up there, even if Rand took a little bit of blue damage. Because when Rand jumped down, they took out like 50% of their health alone, and that also didn't help when Angry started to open up and start taking some shots. So. Yeah, disadvantage for real on the side of GRUNTo. Maybe that pressure as well. Maybe that pressure got to him because GRUNTo, we really haven't seen him finish up here yet, at least today. So maybe that pressure added with the blue zone pushing them kind of played a factor. Regardless, though, they were able to capitalize. Bucky 5 kills, Rand 1 kill, Lucas 2, Q 2 kills. Great game for them. Omen, Angry, like you said, clutching out, and Wildcard pretty much at the end there, just being like, we got to win. I mean, they were setting up really good. They were setting up. They just took out Cloud9. They were setting up for the win, but it happened so quick. It definitely had to have caught them off guard.
What a play, you know, what a play, what a performance. The scores are up. Let's see how they look after game number 3, Dave. What a performance that we've seen coming from all of these squads. As you can see, we have Tempo Storm going in first place. That is going to be huge for them. What a performance. I mean, they were able to come back right there. And you can see Omen Elite going into second place. 1 point down. 1 point down. This is a tight match right here, Dave. Look at this. I mean, oh my gosh. All the way down to the bottom. All the way down to 10th place.
To 8th place. To 8th place. Oh man.
I mean,
yeah,
are
I
you
mean,
kidding me? I mean, there's only 12 points separating first and 10th.
2 more games.
Two more games.
too. Vikendi and Erangel.
Are you kidding me?
This is turning out to be one exciting day here, at least with the points being so close to each other. You know, only the top 3 walk away with that money. Only the top 3. So this is gonna be a nail biter coming into this.
It's anyone's game. Anyone's game. I mean, if you get a chicken dinner, you may be able to secure the entire, the whole day. I mean, what a way to start week number 2
One thing
here.
to note. One thing to note. Vikendi.
Okay.
That's our next map. All right. The squad that, or the lobby that is sitting out, is going to be Group C. So that's going to be Ace 1, Tempo Storm.
Oh.
Yeah. So this could be the game that Omen, GRUNTo, Wildcard, Team Queso, Simplicity, Team Solid, all those teams right there, all close to each other. This could be the game that they really overcome that. But then, of course, you know, Tempo and Ace, they'll be in the last game as well.
Now,
so they'll be able to play catch up, which is also a really good thing. But yeah, this point gap, it is tight, Hot Juice.
oh my goodness. Now, really quickly, I want to find out which teams are going to be out on the last match. And as you do that, we'll go ahead and talk about the rest of the group here, as we have Team 11, CultuBGBG, and 22 points. I mean, still, I mean, they can, with a chicken dinner, can come back into this match. We've seen it happen time and time again with these last 2 games going up here. B4 Esports with 16 points. Alpha 7 GG with 16. One of our teams of the day, Tribe Gaming, having a little bit of a rough time right now in 14th, you know, getting caught in some really awkward positions. This is what you have to do. Yeah, this is what you have to do, you know, because the way you really win these tournaments, and the way I guess I've seen it, you know, is like you get that zone, you're able to go and get a good solid win, and they're gonna have some games where you're having some zone love, you know, some zone tough love, and teams gatekeeping you, and you're gonna have those tough ones. So hopefully they may be able to catch it this last couple of matches, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dave, do you have an idea which teams are gonna be sitting out here the last match?
Hot Juice, you know who you're talking to? I always got an idea. I always got an idea, man. You ask the stash something. The stash just got it for you. All right.
There we go.
Hey, real quick, pull it back to the first board. Pull it back to
Let's
the
take a
first
look.
board. Because you asked the question. The last game of tonight, the group that is going to be sitting out is Group B. And guess who's in that group? Omen Elite.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Omen and both
kidding me?
GRUNTo, they need to perform out of their minds this game, because it's the last game of tonight that they'll be playing in, and that is Vikendi. Vikendi, for me, always a toss-up. We really haven't had one team that showed consistent results on Vikendi yet, so I honestly have no idea who's going to come out on top here.
Are you kidding me? Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody right here before we go to the break. Incredible. So this is their last match. This is the last match, the last opportunity they have to get points. And then you're going to have all these teams coming back in the last match to try to get them back. So, I mean, Omen Elite, these guys have to have a performance of a lifetime. And Vikendi, we've seen it. That's the map to do it. You know, like it could be a game where you get out in first place, or you could walk away with a chicken dinner and 20 kills. Who knows? What an intense way to start off week number 2, Dave.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Very intense. Very intense. So, yeah. XQ, Ace 1, Tempo, sitting out Vikendi. They'll be in the last map. They'll have the chance to reclaim the points that they'll obviously lose out on this game, because it is the last game for that group that I did mention with Omen, CultuBGBG, GRUNTo, and Enxame. Really, it's a toss-up for me. Let us know in the Twitch chat. Let us know in the Facebook chat. Let us know in the YouTube chat. What squad do you think will take the winner chicken dinner here on the Vikendi for today? As always, we appreciate everybody tuning on in, showing their support for their squads. Hot Jukes, you're doing a great job. You're the man. And I believe when we come back, we'll have D-Gun break down some plays.
Yeah, you know, I can't wait to see his analysis after, you know, this insane Sanhok match. So many different plays. But thank you guys once again for watching. And we'll be right back after this break. Don't go nowhere. I mean, this is going to be an intense last 2 matches of the evening. So we'll see you guys in just a bit.
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะเดี๋ยวทำให้ดู14 นาฬิกามา2คน150 เมตรแค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ4 เม็ดแล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยวเราต้องรู้ระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกลเข้าใจเปล่า
พี่นี่เก่งนะ
คนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยอะ
แต่ไม่เท่
ไม่มันจะไม่เทเลยปั๊บมึงดูเป็น50 คิวอะมันจะไม่เทเลยแรงล่างทำไงนะ
ซื้อ RP13
ก็ไม่บอกโอ้โห
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you so much for being so patient here. Let's go ahead and say hi to the people, everybody, as we're going to go ahead and see some in-game analysis after this insane Sanhok match. Man, D-God, Dave, what a match. What a way to start off week number 2 here, day number 5. Just a crazy one. I don't even know what to think. I'm just all over the place right now. That was crazy. D-God, what are your thoughts so far, huh?
Yeah, man. Definitely that ending, and we'll get to that. But NA, always prepared for Sanhok. I'd like to think Mobile Open had a little bit to do with that, since that's what we play a lot of our finals in. But I want to take a look at a skirmish between Omen Elite and Tribe and what could have been done differently, and then just a lot of those factors at the very end of the match that led to that chaotic end. So let's take a peek at that.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and go over to you so you can show us exactly what you were able to catch here, and I'm sure it was a lot. So you can show us exactly what you were able to catch here, and I'm sure it was a lot.
Yeah, brother. All right, so let's take a look right here, right off the bat. We've got after we got to see GRUNTo take out a chunk of Tempo Storm, King A just laying down, lying prone against his former team, Omen Elite, gets the opening knock onto Telly. Now, here's where I think it gets a little suspect, and I want Tribe to do better, because they are better than what this fight entailed. King A now in a difficult position where his teammates can't really support him quite yet. As you can see, Sam and Seagut just too far away and actually under a couple of ridges there from the bottom. So you want to make sure that as Seagut, or as King A is up there up front, he's relaying the information necessary for the rest of the guys to cover him, so that when King A's peeking, he's not all alone. Now, it's a nice couple shots there by Angry and Nico to initially dink, I think, Seagut. But then King A's left all alone, and it's a 2v1. Easy 2v1. Nico and Angry come, clean it up as King A gets taken down by his former team. And then Sam losing the 1v1 against Juicy, and also getting a little bit of help there from Nico. And then Seagut's left in a 1v3. Too far split up between all of these guys here as we run this out. Seagut's able to get one, but again, if Tribe's in a little bit more of a position where they can support their teammate that's up front, and that King A is relaying that information real time, hey, the footsteps are here, I need you here now, peek together, and they coordinate a little better, I think that's a very different fight. Now let's take a look at this hectic ending here as B4 in the crates. That was crazy. Big thing to note, GRUNTo has fantastic vision, fantastic sight over everybody, and everyone knows where everyone is. Wildcard killed the rest of Mezexis. There we go. That was inside the base there. C9 was following up and also got a couple of those kills. Omen killed the last creeper that snuck on through, and GRUNTo has been up top the whole time. So a lot of information that the teams had to figure out here. And I think there was maybe a bit of a miscount by GRUNTo as they continued to push on up, and they thought they fully wiped Omen as we move on through this. And then Cloud9, a little indecisive, because as you guys noted, this is wide open, right in the middle. Not a lot of cover for these teams. So the high ground, huge here, and all that's left is hiding behind a couple of trees. So Wildcard, huge beneficiaries of Rand staying up top. And then, as you said, this is a fantastic spot here for Rand to just kind of hang out Overwatch. He's got that little bit of a cut on the cliff to hang on for two, but he gets a little too excited once they see all of Cloud9 down, and he gets the first knock on the Acer. They didn't quite do the math necessary, and that was more. Look at how much health he loses. And boop. It's about half his HP down to 1/4. Angry is there just kind of camping out, and I think that's just a slight mistake. It's really tough to say, because if you're thinking, hey, they have 7 members still up and we want to push a 3v3, that's different than saying, hey, they have 2 members up and there's a flanker on the side. Maybe I should stay up on Overwatch. Dave, I think you pointed that one out. That was a huge thing there. But either way, North America getting into the final circle, then deciding when to play it slow, when to play it fast. Good job there by Angry to hang out for a little bit longer to make sure that their team gets the 2nd place finish, and Wildcard get gifted themselves a chicken dinner.
And a chicken dinner they were gifted indeed. Thank you so much for that analysis there. Yeah, really surprised to see Rand jump off there. He had all the Overwatch in the world. But at the end of the day, yeah, you got to make a play. That's the one that they opted to go for. And it's something I think that they're going to learn going into game number 4. And I believe the game has started, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and see how this Vikendi is looking to turn out as these teams have dropped. Let's take a look right here. It's going to be really interesting to see, as we have none other than Cream Esports getting into it right now. Unico Elu, he's caught out in a 1v1 situation. Dave, we've talked about this earlier. It looks like they're looking to split loot, trying to find something. And Unico has a G36, so he can definitely make this happen. But not an easy fight. Not an easy fight for sure. I think he's just trying to hope that maybe V2 just runs out, gets an easy kill. But I wonder if he's going to call the rest of his squad to come help, or if he's going to do this 1v1. What do you think here, Dave? It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if V2 is aware of the lone snow Wookiee lying in wait, waiting to pop that corner.
He caught him!
To see in the kill feed. Yep, he caught him. He got him. Down and out. That's going to be 1 point heading on over to them. But look at this. On the opposite end of this, Cream, they're finding themselves in multiple engagements right now. We'll catch up with them in a little bit, because it does look like Team Queso versus the Pittsburgh Knights. Raven going to be making the push up with the Thompson.
Getting into it.
Taken down. I believe that was Mystic right there. And I don't know if you are Team Queso, already down 2 members very early on, Mystic and both Marco, out of the running for this Vikendi map. So they need to do everything in their power, because if I do recall, this is their final map of the evening. So already at a disadvantage. The only thing they can really go for right now is some placement points and maybe some third partying, and maybe even stealing other people's knocks in the process. It does look like all the members from the Knights will have a couple vehicles, and you know what? 2 points. They're just going to go right back to looting.
Man, devastating is an understatement, Dave. This is so tough for Team Queso. The last map that they get to play for the evening to try and get the money. Now, this is a team that's got the money in the past before. Losing 2 members this early on, especially in Vikendi. It's just, this Vikendi seems to have like a little bit of implementation of all the maps. It's got all the hill coverage and craziness that Sanhok has. It's got like the kind of also open fields of Miramar and the houses of Erangel. It's all over the place. And to be down 2 members this early on, it's got to hurt. But if anybody could do it, it's Team Queso. We've seen these guys been able to put in some good work in the past. But as a duo, it's going to be tough to see here. Yeah.
Going to be tough. It's going to be one heck of a challenge. And talk about a team that has been facing quite a lot of challenges here this evening. Tribe are pushing back. They're trying to move on out of factory. I do believe they realized the push coming in from the Knights over here. They had to hurt it. In the kill feed, though, I mean, we see a lot of action happening. Players getting caught off guard in rotations. I mean, we're about 5 minutes into this map, so the circle's going to be closing on in. It is to be expected. And like you said, Vikendi, it's got a little bit of everything, so you're going to have to bring all your skills to the table here. This game, this map, if you want to survive. And when you are Tribe, looks like they're going to be just looting on in through the factory. And in and around them are a couple other squads that could be looking to do the same thing. Oh no, no loops. That didn't hold.
Oh,
I don't know how they fell, but we saw in the kill feed. Hopefully they'll be able to get revived. But you know, if you're on a rotate, for example, you fat finger or something, you jump off your vehicle early, like that knock.
the eject button.
Yeah, the eject button. It could be so crucial. Because timing is everything on rotates, and you know you have to go back, you have to get the revive. Like that's gonna stop your squad. It's gonna stop them for a couple seconds, and those seconds could be so precious on the deciding factor on who gets to what compound first. So I don't know. We'll have to see if they will be able to successfully make it to wherever they were heading in their journey. Another thing to note: Cream all in one vehicle. Very concerning for me, Hot Jukes. We've seen this before, and it doesn't ever really end well for the team all piling in one vehicle.
Yeah, you know, they're just kind of stuck with no choice. Unfortunately, not able to find like pretty much any other source of transportation right here. You know, and you mentioned it perfectly. Going all four against these kind of teams is a risk that no team wants to take, because if they see that vehicle driving by, they are going to laser it and shoot it up quick. And when you have all four, that's a squad wipe, you know?
I'm not doing the same thing. I mean, I guess doing what you got to do. Doing what you got to do here.
Hopefully they're going to drive around across the road and just hopefully find another dossier or, you know, something out there. Personally, like, I mean, there's all kinds of different transportation that you can find here in Vikendi, but the spawns are just so sporadic, you know? They really are here. As Skowski is trying to go into the rotate. He's going to go drive right across Mezexis, though, and he hears them. And on to Omen Elite, a devastating. Will he be able to make it?
It's on fire. It's on fire.
One more bullet.
Oh,
Got him.
From Omen, the vehicle explosion on that Zemo
And
right
a second
there.
one catches Becker too.
Oh no, they just lost 3 right there in their rotate. Loops just lost 3 members. Oh man.
I mean, you gotta know. You gotta know, like Skowski. That's why you have a scouter, right? I mean, when you're going out there and you're gonna be able to tell your team, don't come this way, don't come this way. You know, like oh my gosh, you know, there's shots everywhere. But I guess they really believed in their driving skills, but now they believe in the shots of these other teams. After that one, you know, a lesson you don't want to have to learn, especially you know in day number 5. Last 2 matches of the evening, but a lesson they learned indeed. Yeah,
that's a tough call. I mean, hey, hopefully they can continue. Looking on over here, talking about vehicles, rotates, Team Solid. They did have 4 vehicles. We saw them moving out of their city just a couple of moments ago, but it looks like one of the members from CultuBGBG is going to attempt to take some shots. They're cooking a grenade. They're getting ready to let this one rip over here. Mafioso looks like it will be exploding on the opposite end of the wall, so it will not be inflicting any damage. But if at first you don't succeed, toss it again. We'll be throwing another one. Hopefully this one lands right on top of Team Solid. You know, if you're CultuBGBG, where's the support? Where's the support right now?
That's what Wong is wondering right now. He's like, help me, please. I got a full squad on me. You know, oh, he's like, they're right here. I mean, that's so tough. I mean, that's got to be devastating for Huang. He sees not found, drive right past him, but he was already cooking the nade. So unfortunately, not able to get any shots. That's a worst case scenario right there. Lucky for them, they're in zone. You know, so they're in zone, so they're holding it down. They don't have to really press that fight. But I mean, I would really like to see CultuBGBG, you know, group up together and start playing. You know,
make
more
some
like
moves.
A team. Yeah,
make
more
some
like a
moves
team here. Yeah, because
I know every time we see them, they're all kind of spread out, just you know, taking their own fight. I mean, even looking at them right now, like
look at this.
Like,
look at this.
What's your take? Like, what's the point?
I would not do that. Yeah.
One is tossing grenades one after another right now, pretty much keeping Team Solid pinned down by themselves. And where is the squad? They're all spread out in the open. If they get knocked, okay, we just see a knock right there. Fran gonna be knocked. There's gonna be a smoke.
Keep an eye on that though.
Yeah, I mean, what is CultuBGBG doing? Like, group up. You know, Team Solid are making the push right now. You know who you're fighting. Like,
look at Kevin trying to get that angle right now.
One.
They're coming with all the vehicles. They're trying to get these knocks. They know exactly where he is. And the thing is that the second you throw a smoke, you know that they're going to go for the revive.
And they're just spraying it. Look at this, Kevin. Just spraying in the smoke.
Got a hit marker. Multiple. And gets a knock.
Yep. Here comes the vehicle push now from Not Found on the Team Solid. I mean, if I'm not found, I'm just going to run right into the smoke, honestly, at this point. Just take my dossier and just, you know, mow them over. But it actually looks like they're gonna wrap
this is
around, use this
devastating.
compound for cover. Yeah, CultuBGBG, they're getting, they're getting pinned down now. They
That's
took
what
too much time. And look at one, still throwing utility, still throwing smokes, still throwing grenades. Like they took too long to support their squad mate who was out here putting in the work, putting in the damage onto Team Solid. And now the tables have 100% turned.
It could be an effect of the region. Different regions play differently. And I think that that's something that we noticed a lot of the South American teams do early on. They like to play really separate and just kind of spread out and hold as much area as they can. I think as they get better and notice like a lot of these other squads that play tighter, it's just not a strat you can utilize. I think that's a lesson North America learned on. When a lot of the North American players went to globals and faced the East, we were totally shocked at how tight those squads played. And I think every single player in that essence immediately learned, okay, the meta is shifting. You got to play together as a squad. The second a person gets knocked, you got to have somebody there to get the pickup. Very rare situations where you kind of want to hold a lot of coverage. And the times you do is when you're at end game and you have a ton of zone, then you could kind of play a little bit more separate. But this mid game, you got to play tight. Play tight, play together, at least 2-2. But solo 1-1-1. You got to realize in your head, once you get knocked, you're dead. You're not going to get back up,
Not only that, like if a squad runs into you, the chances of getting a squad-wide 1v4, it's just not likely.
Going to happen.
So there's really no point. Like this isn't pubs. This isn't grinding the leaderboards and rank. Like there's no point in being 1-1-1. Like I agree with you 100%. And kind of, to tack onto that, I think they will see moving forward, like, okay, the strategy's not working. And that's exactly what these scrims are for, to see what works and what doesn't work at this level of competitive play. So I would hope, they can fix it, like you said.
Yeah, now look, you see, look, they're gonna,
not found.
Juan
Molly
almost got the knock, but he's gonna have to push this. But he's gonna push into a full team. Another
not
Molly.
found.
Uzi out. Wow.
What is going
Look
on?
at that.
Jump shot.
Juan got the thirst
getting
too.
360. We'll be getting the thirst. And CultuBGBG always. Look at this. Is exactly what we're saying. Always is so far away from Juan. Juan is taking the fight right now, getting points. Always all the way back here, trying to hold down the anchor position. But for what?
That's that's an interesting point, and they can do that same exact thing. At the same time too, like now they have 2 members down, and I can see why they're trying to separate to go for placement. At this point, though,
but they're not doing that.
Juan's
taking
making
fights.
a play, and always is way too far, in a position to try and help out. Like if I was always, at least put yourself in a position to possibly help Juan, just in case if he makes a play, and always is gonna go for the revive here.
They're actually lucking out.
Oh my goodness.
Team Solid actually pulled off that one. Maybe they were third party. I didn't really notice it.
They got thirsted. They got thirsted. Juan was able to get that knock and point quickly, which was huge for his team. At the same time, though, man, these guys got to recognize that you got to cover each other. And that's what all these top tier teams do. When they have someone push out, they have somebody behind covering an angle.
Well, now they're together, right?
Yeah.
Always is getting the revive. Hopefully they don't split up from now on, from this point forward. So we'll have to see, always getting that revive. That's kind of like their second chance, I guess you can say, to get some placement points.
Tough to see here, for hopefully CultuBGBG can look at the VOD and start making adjustments, or at least try something, because if any time, it's now. If you're listening to us or you're watching these VODs, and the scrims are the time to try and do something different. Try pushing as a squad. Try grouping together tighter. And if it works for you, then hey, make those adjustments. If it doesn't, then okay. But now's the time to do it.
At least we tried.
Yeah, now's the time to do it. There's no excuse, especially if you notice, okay, we're down a lot of points. We're not going to place in the top 3 right now. For me, that's experiment time. That's experiment time. I mean, it's still tough because, a chicken dinner, 2 chicken dinners can always get you the dub. We've seen that multiple times. At the same time, though, at what cost? If you're trying to improve your team to win the big money that's coming up, and there is some big money coming up, you got to make sure you're as prepared as possible. And this is preparation time. Wildcard, look at this. Spotting Russell.
talking about preparing. All these teams in the cement factory have been doing just that. We got Simplicity, we got Tribe, we got the Knights right smack in the middle of the circle.
Look at that right there, though. Look at that right there. You know, you saw Russell. He was down there by himself, so he's playing separate from his squad. At the same time, though, his team, even though they were separate, were in a position to cover for him. So the second they saw, you know, Alucard peeking, the rest of his squad was able to put that pressure down and make it more difficult for him to possibly push onto Russell. And that's what you have to do. If you're going to play separate, but still covering each other. If you're just out and you can't see your teammates, the second they get knocked, you just got to be like, okay, they're gone. And we've seen, like, Wildcard, I think is a great example. The way they push, like, from far out, they're just constantly picking each other back up. And that's something that a lot of these teams, I think, need to kind of grasp. Like, take the best of what each team has, you know? If you see, okay, Wildcard's really good at this, but they're bad at this, let's try what they're really good at and see if it works for us, you know? If you see Tempo, okay, maybe this works for them. Or if you see Team Queso, this really works for them. Try to take whatever the best strategy that you see from each squad and try to apply it to yours, and hopefully you're able to develop as a team, you know? Like, you know, Omen Elite, you see Juicy. He goes, drives out normally, secures the spot, and the rest of his squad follows. Maybe that's a strat that you want to apply to your team. And now's the time to do it. You know, it's interesting to see how each one of these squads have adapted, and they each have their own, like, little characteristics and kind of, you know, things that we just normally see from each single one of them. But yeah, man, I want to see some changes going from some of these squads, especially the ones that are ranking lower week day by day here.
Well, hopefully we see some changes moving forward. Like you said, they take the advice, watch the VODs, and just improve. Looking at this game, though, the Knights Raven holding a high position up here. That 4 times came to sight on the AK. Jagger, another interesting position down there in the first floor of the cement factory. It looks like the Knights are going to just be holding down their position for the time being. We see Tribe with the 2-2 split. Next circle does go on up. Cream, B4, Team Solid, all going to be within the zone. Now, my fear is Tribe. They need to make their move sooner rather than later, because Simplicity are also going to need to make their way on in, and they might opt to go on in through Cement Factory. So they need to be ready to defend. And it does look like the Knights and both Tribe will be potentially gatekeeping these squads who need to come on in through that northwest position.
That's huge for Team Queso, though.
Remaining member for Loop still up. But yeah, Queso, what would you see there?
Yeah, so he had 2 members from Team Queso. The last 2 up, they were on the hard shift side. So they were on that edge zone. The zone went towards them. So really lucky for them to be able to hold out. Look at this, Dad. Look at Wildcard. Look at the way they're pressing one player here. They spotted him. He's going to wait. Oh, Nico, Omen Elite coming from behind.
Oh,
huge.
Wow.
That was close.
Yeah, there goes Loops. But yeah, Wildcard, Spring, and Slicky.
Look, here comes Omen.
The last remaining members. And Omen making the
pull-up.
On ending it.
Here we go.
Going for the revives. They are crashing the Dacia, pushing on into the garage, taking names, and there goes Wildcard. Wipes down and out. The aggression from Omen right there.
Perfect play. Perfect play. That's what you got to do. That's what you have to do. You know, they saw it, right? They saw those 2. They had 2 knocks onto them. And on top of that, they were in the middle of a fight with Loops. Full send it. You know, full send it. No matter what name, what team, they took advantage of that position and were able to get the quick finish. And look at this.
Dude,
already on the rotate into zone. Putting in work. That's going to be some big confidence right there for Omen Elite. That's exactly how you do it. Something that every team needs to look at right there. Boom.
They got 2 vehicles.
Easy points. Easy points. Great play.
Like you said, they got the knock. They got the initial knock. And after that, that was it. They knew who they were going against. They knew that Wildcard had 2 knocks in the process.
That
so
loot,
they had the advantage. They had it.
That loot going into this is huge for them. You know, and look at that. They're already rotated. They're already into zone. They're going to go ahead and cover this hill here. And, yeah, they're pretty well set up. You know, hopefully that they don't get a hard shift, but they're prepared for it either way.
Oh, and
it does hard shift! Oh, the caster's curse!
It does hard shift.
Oh, no! That's going to be tough. And it looks like a really hard shift. Omen Elite now being gatekept by so many squads. Ooh, tough zone switch right here as it goes on to Cement Factory, Dave.
Yep, heading on over to Cement Factory Tribe. We do see Alucard with the
A Bison?
6 times on that. Okay, interesting. I mean, I'm down for the Bison, but
Oh,
the
such a
6 times
close
is
molly.
something else. Bison. Yep, gonna have a molly out there on the side of King A, and it does look like King A will be able to get the
With the
confirm right there
Uzi.
into Mezexis Esports. So they're gonna be checked off the bucket list, and 3 kills already on the side of Tribe as they do plan to regroup with one another. Right in front of them, Cream Esports also gonna be within the new zone in Cement Factory. Team Carita,
GRUNTo.
our first place winners of day number 4 last week, having a very difficult showing here today. 3 members of GRUNTo attempting to make the push onto that solo member,
And that's
all
it.
going in one at a time. I mean, it was
risky.
dangerous. It was risky. Maybe their med situation not the best, as we do see Ran gonna be healing on up. They are gonna be north of this new circle, and gatekeep them are the Knights. 4 members alive from the Knights.
And they're getting gate kept right now from C9. Look at that. Just overshooting all of them. It's making it a little bit difficult. They're on the short side of the zone, though. So that's good for them. You know, when you're on the short side, that zone's going to close a little bit slower, giving you a few more extra seconds to get into zone. Still tough, though, man. Cloud9, those guys can hit shots up on that hill. So it's going to be difficult for them to get in, but they should be able to here. As Tribe, you see Sam with that M16 just holding this position. He's got a good spot. You know, as long as the zone doesn't shift, he should be pretty well prepared here. As Uneven's getting some knocks onto GRUNTo. B4 and Simplicity, though, Dave. Getting into it right here.
Yeah. Irish bleeding on out.
Right next to each other.
One of the members from B4 trying to pop on over the rock, trying to get the surprise while the revive was underway. And it does look like they're quickly flicked on right there. And here comes that third party from Team Solid in the background as well. Pedro dropping down with that G36 will be connecting. And Pedro, the last remaining member right now for B4. They need to get 2 revives if they want to continue their journey on forward.
Oh, that's
Over
it for
here,
Team
Tribe
Queso.
King A also trying to get involved. So teams on top of teams, they are not trying to let anybody make their move on into this new zone. It's going to be one heck of a challenge, as we do see once again Tribe in the crosshairs of multiple squads. Right behind them, the Knights. Alucard still representing with that Bison 6 times here. Going to be holding that corner, waiting to see if they can get any type of information onto the Knights over here. King A and Sam, they have a nice little dip to work with, but they need to push across that street. And you know what? On the opposite end of that street is Cream Esports, looking right in that direction.
So if you're Tribe, I mean, I think they're definitely looking to gatekeep here and get all those points. They know those squads are there. They know they're going to run on the open. At the same time, it's going to be tough to cross the street. So I think if you're Tribe here, you're just going to try and get as many points as possible and then hopefully try to make a play in the zone at the last second. But Cream Esports, they need to play hyper-aggressive and gatekeep the heck out of every squad. Alucard with the Bison 6x!
6 times!
Making it happen!
New meta. Making plays out here. Making plays. Now, we do have the Knights up there to the north. You know, they also need to make their way on in. They're going to be kind of right behind Tribe, also in the same situation. You know, they need to push across the road, and Cloud9 are up there on the high ground. They're going to be overlooking, especially with these smokes. It's going to give away their position. As we see, Beowulf already opening up, taking some shots out there onto one of the members from the Knights, but we'll see. Tribe going to be making the push, using all their smokes right now.
First person. Oh, what a nade!
Some grenades right on into those smokes. We see mollies. We see grenades. 2 members down right now from Tribe, leaving just Sam, the last remaining member alive, to make it across the street, healing on up, but still 4 members of Cream looking right in their direction. We'll see,
and the molly, he's on fire!
Right on Sam. Oh no, Sam is burning. Being forced to push back across the street in order to survive. Could not make it. There goes Tribe, down and out at the hands of Cream.
Cream Esports are dominating right now. They're in the zone and they are holding it. Holding the zone. Simplicity, Omen Elite on top of this hill, trying to make plays. What a play right there. Great, perfectly timed nade from Cream Real Betis to hold it down, man. What a play. Zone, though, shifts to the center. Every single team has to get in. Oh, goodness. Not going to be easy. I don't know how Omen Elite's going to get down from here. I wonder what their thought is.
Maybe they'll just try to stay up here and win the game, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll be the case.
So
but,
you saw Juicy right there. He passed his heals over to Angry. You know,
interesting.
I think if that's a situation, they know that
At
one
least keep
person's
one.
gonna have, one person's gonna have to stay up and heal while the other person just shoots it out and tries to make plays. Or no, I'm sorry, Angry passed all his heals to Juicy and passed it the ammo to Angry. So now Angry with the 5.56 is gonna try and get all the kills he can and get a position here. Really
right
interesting
above
plays from
Simplicity.
Omen Elite. Yeah, they had no other choice because they jump
Good
down,
deal.
they're gonna get knocked.
So 2 alive for Omen, 2 alive for Simplicity, pretty much right stacked on top of one another. 4 alive for Cream, and I do believe
knows where
still
Doc
4
is.
alive for Cloud9 as well. Cloud9 having a really good game this game. Positioning alone, they have been on top of it, making sure to stay within the circles here. All 4 alive. This could be their game. Look at all the smokes right now from Cream. They have about 10 different smokes out. Angry on their
Catches
mission
Pyra.
over here. Will be catching
no!
off one of the members from Cloud9 with that off angle.
And
but
that's
almost
it.
immediately, they're going to be spotted by one of the members from Cream as they were doing just that. And I don't think they were able to get the confirm. Nope, Pyra is going to be revived. Jukes.
Yep. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, C9 is going to have to, drop a check over to Cream. Real Betis as they were able to take down Angry with that huge angle onto C9. Big break for them. But they have a full squad going at him. You see Juicy with the heal strat, trying to make it happen, get every position that he can. Hopefully he's going to be able to secure a third place position. But Simplicity seems to have the same idea as Minwoo is healing it out as well. And that is it. Yeah, Minwoo, I believe. Oh, Juicy out of heals. Helps out C9 with a huge knock. Oh my goodness. That is Omen Elite out in 4th, Dave.
That's going to be opening up this fight right now. Cloud9 still with 4 alive. Cream knocked down and out. 2
Minwoo
members
made
just
it
leaving
in.
a solo. And Minwoo still alive over here to the south. I believe with sightlines on the Cream. And just like that, Cream, they had 4 alive. They are done and dusted. Minwoo, the last remaining member alive for Simplicity, up against 4 of Cloud9. Cloud9, 7 kills so far this game. Now Cloud9. I don't know if they're aware of Minwoo's position. Minwoo is thrown in the smoke right now. Oh, gonna be popping up, trying to take some shots, trying to get a thirst, but able to get their squad to 2nd place. Minwoo, 4 kills alone for themselves. Cloud9, a chicken dinner here on Vikendi. Cream at the end. They pushed into the center of the circle, but they didn't check their sides. They didn't check behind them. They got backstabbed. And not only that, Cloud9, they saw him underneath the vehicle. They were able to shoot their feet
cover
under the truck, able to shoot their feet, and Cloud9 just capitalizing right there on the end.
Dude, Cloud9
taking that zone to themselves.
Man, Cloud9 busted out their pedicure kit right there. Unfortunately, Cream with a really tough position got gate kept, and Omen Elite, Juicy up on top, getting the initial knock on the Cream was huge right there. Cloud9 had the optimal cover, played that smart, and were able to go ahead and finish out with a huge 1st place chicken dinner. And gotta give it to Minwoo right there in that situation. He was stuck 1v4. He had the recognition to say, hey, I'm gonna get this knock, and I'm gonna thirst it, get a quick point on the board. Was able to get the kill on the uneven. Unfortunately, not able to get the squad wipe, but still, they already have a chicken dinner, Dave. Simplicity with a chicken dinner and a 2nd place victory. Heck, it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game. We only got 1 match left for the evening, so I can't wait any longer. Scores are up, Dave. Let's go ahead and take a look to see where everybody is going to be going into the last match of the evening. And as we can see, we have none other than Omen Elite currently in 1st place, Dave. So huge right there. 54 points. What a performance. And Cloud9 coming up as well in 2nd. Simplicity in 3rd place. Talk to us, Dave. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, but I hate to burst your bubble, Hot Jukes. I hate to burst your bubble. Omen Elite, they're only 2 points ahead in 1st place. And you know what? They are sitting out the final game of the evening.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
Same thing with GRUNTo. GRUNTo, so close. 4th place right there. Also going to be sitting out the final game of the evening, which will in turn allow Cloud9, Simplicity, and Team Queso to, you know what, make that climb.
That's it.
So, I mean, hey, Cloud9, they can get taken out in 16th position, no kills, and they only get 1 point. They only get 1 point. So if you are Omen Elite, you're hoping that Cloud9 and both Simplicity, they fight each other. They fight each other. They get taken out in 15th and 16th for only 1 point.
Oh, that would be the dream. That would be the dream right there for Omen Elite. But yeah, that's what I love about this format, Dave. You know, 5 matches, teams only play 4. So Omen Elite played the first 4 matches, out for the last one. So they did all they can. They did all they can. Now they just got to hope and see if they can hold on to that top 3, but it's going to be tough as so many squads are so high on the leaderboard. So let's moving on. Let's see how the rest of the board is doing. And as you can see, we have CultuBGBG in 11th place with 25 points. Enxame Gaming in 12th with 25. Tribe, one of our teams of the day, with 24 points. Going down to, you know, surprisingly, you know, Loops, XQ Gaming, and our last day's winners, Team Carreta, having a little bit of a tough day today, Dave.
Yeah, having a very challenging day. That's going to be it, by the way, from Cultu and Exam. We will not see them anymore either because they're in Group B. But yeah, if you are Loops, if you are XQ Gaming, Team Carreta, it's the final game of the night. You're down here at the very bottom. What, 3 kills, 2 kills? Maybe have some fun. Maybe drop, maybe contest someone. Maybe practice your gun skills. Maybe take a fight with our squads competing for that first place position. Maybe make some upsets. I don't know. Definitely try something. Because whatever is going on right now, just having an off day or whatnot, you're heading on into your 4th and final match of the evening. We want to see some plays, Hot Jukes.
Yeah, I agree completely. You know, I think with this kind of position you have really, this is the optimal time. And you're going into an Erangel match, one of the most competitive maps in PUBG Mobile. And try something different, like you said. They have every opportunity to do it. There's nothing on the line here. They can go ahead, mix it up, try any strat that they're possibly thinking of, and hopefully they're able to grab something from it. But let's see how our teams of the day performed in this one, Dave. As you can see, we have none other than Tribe Gaming having a good solid performance here. You know, Alucard getting 4 kills, King A with 1. Alucard with the most kills, with the 6x Bison. Oh my goodness, dropping it down with the 9mm. Because you realize how many bullets you have to hit with that 9mm. But I guess since it's silent, a lot of teams won't really hear them coming. And yeah, I mean, Alucard showing us that you can make plays with any gun, Dave.
And the magazine has 53, if I'm not mistaken.
True.
So you got a lot to spray. But they were lasering people, catching them off guard with that 9mm. Like you said, I'm actually surprised we don't see more kills coming out from them because they're holding down the cement factory. They had a nice little ridge, and you know they kept popping up over that ridge, third party, and then popping back down for cover. I'm surprised that only really Alucard was popping off that game.
You know, it's crazy because Cream, Real Betis, they had a perfect grenade. You know, perfect grenade as they ran in, you know, and I think that's something that Tribe, you know, and you mentioned earlier, you talked to Tribe and you said that their biggest issue is rotations, you know. So I think that, you know, they're having to still have to dial in the timing and figuring it out. And if they know that, okay, we got grenaded perfectly, so they know, right, when we're pushing in. So maybe we got to make some adjustments and try something different from there. But moving on from Tribe, let's go ahead and talk about Team Solid and their performance in match number 3. Kevin getting 2 kills on the board. Everybody getting some damage. So Tribe, you know, Team Solid having a little bit of a, you know, rough day today. At the same time, though, like we said it time and time again, now's the time to mix it up. Ain't that right, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, they had a chicken. They had a chicken in game number 1.
First one.
That's when they had circles. You know, they had the circles, but of course they defended their zone. They defended and made the push and were able to win that game, even though they had the circles. But ever since then, we, you know, slow decline from the team. Kind of similar to Tribe. You know, these rotations really playing a factor. They always lose 1 or 2 before circle 3 based on rotations alone, kind of forcing them to have either Kevin or, you know, Mafioso to try to do the heavy lifting, and it's just not working out. You know, when we see them in late game with 4 Live, they're beautiful. So kind of similar to Tribe. All they need to do, at least in my opinion, work on their rotations, We saw a lot of teams this previous game in Vikendi as well, sending a full squad in one vehicle. So dangerous. So dangerous. And we saw some vehicle explosions based off of that.
Definitely.
Now, it did work out for Omen. That aggressive push was insane. But if Wildcard, if they were aware of that push, obviously they would have sprayed on it. So it's tick for tack. With one more game to go, though, team solid in both tribe. Hopefully, we can see them finish off strong on a high note.
What a match. All right, let's say hi to everybody before we go to the break. And again, thank you, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. We will go ahead and catch you right back with some analysis from none other than the legendary D-God.
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via Quick Draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะเดี๋ยวทำให้ดู14 นาฬิกามา2คน150 เมตรแค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ4 เมตรแล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยวเราต้องรู้ระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกลเข้าใจเปล่าพี่นี่เก่งนะคนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยแต่ไม่เท่ไม่มันจะไม่เท่เลยปั๊บดูเป็น50 คิวอ่ะมันจะไม่เท่เลยแรงล่าง
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome. 4 matches down for the evening. There's only 1 left to go, Erangel. But hey, that Vikendi match, that was something else right there. I think we saw some insane plays. D-God, tell me what are your thoughts on what you saw
Yeah,
in the
like
last match.
I love the fact that we saw a lot of decision making, a lot of different decision making. And so I'm going to go through 3 different times where teams were either decisive or had some difficult times that they had to make a quick decision on whether this is the end of the road and it's time to pick up points, or we're going to try to extend this out as much as we can. So let's kick things off.
Yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to you so you can go ahead and show us what happened in the last match.
All right, so we'll start right on off with that ballsy play from Omen Elite. Starts with Wildcard pushing the last member of Loops, who's having a day to forget. I was all on the Loops hype train. I was like, they're so aggressive. They're so nutty. They're going to make some insane plays. I think I'm going to temper that one here. And this is the team from North America I'm actually most excited about. This Wildcard team is truly coming together. And unfortunately, just end up getting caught here by some decisive decision making from Omen Elite. So as Wildcard make the aggressive push, realize Dadinho is stuck in this house. They go on in, and Omen Elite wipe 1, 2 from behind. Beach and Acer, thankfully, able to get inside the house. But look how quickly, we'll count. See, the revive timer is going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full send. Within 8 seconds, Omen Elite come right on through with the clown car and just jump on in. I love the fact that Slicky still got shot from the vehicle. And that's how quickly Omen Elite decide, hey, look, we already know we've knocked a couple on the kill feed. We've also seen he got one. And it's just that amazingly quick decision-making, whoever made that call, and then everyone being on the same page to get on in. Love the fact that Omen does that. And that's one of the reasons why they're one of the top teams in the region. Now, the next thing I wanted to point out, and you guys did a fantastic job kind of covering it, was Tribe. Now, Tribe has already talked about today, they've had trouble with their rotations. And so right here, I believe it was you, Jukes, that called it out. Can't cross the street. Look at how many people are over here, and they're aware. Omen Elite, Cloud9, Simplicity, and Cream are all just right on the other side of the road. It's wide open. You have no cover. And I liked the idea that you said, drop your meds, split it up, have a couple people try to cross the street, and one person med it up and see if you can get placements. Instead, Tribe tried to force through it, which I don't think is a bad decision, and it just happened to be that there's a nade there after they end up picking up a kill. But at that time, you know, I think you have to identify here, these are points that we need to pick up. We want to make sure we move on up and see if we can put ourselves in positions in that final round, because they are playing on Erangel. Instead, they try to cross the street after that 6-6x. Look at this 6x on the Bison. That's crazy. And they cross the street. Of course, we know what happens. Tribe smoke it up, cross the street, big nade onto King A, and everything falls apart there for Tribe, as I think it was Sam that was stuck behind a tree. The inverse of that is what we saw from our final, I guess, 4 teams here. We'll back it on up. Juicy and Minwoo, right? Juicy split up with Angry. Angry taking all the ammo, Juicy getting all the healing, and they're like, you know what? We're going to try to out-heal Minwoo. And I love the fact that both these teams made the same call here. They're like, hey, look, there's 4 on one side, 4 on the other. No point in us trying to work our way on through, except when Juicy runs out of ammo and surprises all of Cream. All of a sudden, chaos ensues, and it gives Minwoo an opportunity here to sneak on in. And he's not that close. Like, look at the distance that he has to cover here. That's a long downhill slope run that he's going to have to get through. And that's not smoke. That's snow. Like, you definitely stand out there. So Minwoo taking advantage of the situation, as I think it's probably also a little help here from Juicy. He knows Cloud9's on the right side, and so he takes shots at Cream on the left side, and Cloud9, they're covering their top. They already know, hey, we get shot by Omen there, but Juicy helping out his North American neighbors. So I love the adaptation between all these teams in different situations where they're like, hey, look, if we try to just play normally and try to work our way through, it will not optimize the way that we can get points. And so we saw 3 different times from 2 different teams how you can play through times where you're not going to live and win the chicken dinner, but you're going to get as many points as you can. And Minwoo being the best one out of all of it, making the last second decision to try and sneak on in and snake on in. And he did a great job.
Wow, great, great plays, great analysis there, Degon. It was so crazy to see, you know, Alucard with the 6x Bison putting in work, and Midwoo doing the heal strat, being able to kind of sneak on in there. What a crazy way to finish it. But I believe now we're finally getting into the last match of the evening. Erangel, thank you so much as we go ahead and hop into the game. And here you can see we have Wildcard on the drive right now, trying to find their position. Last match of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some hype in the chats, as this is going to be a huge game for every single squad trying to get that chicken dinner for that big $700 prize.
I mean, huge final game. We see a couple hot drops. Wildcard already going to be getting a run over themselves, I believe, on one of the members from Dream. So they're just going to be sending it on out of here after they were able to successfully get that 1 point in their bag. And I saw just a couple moments ago, I don't recall who it was, but we definitely have hot drops this game, Jukes. I mean, this is the last game of the evening. Things are looking to get a little spicy, looking to get a little crazy. And yes, this is exactly what I was thinking about. Simplicity going to be dropping on over here with Alpha 7 GG. Both teams are 100% aware of each other. Abdul up here on the second story of the police station, gonna be overlooking with the Scar, and looks like Russell with the car red dot, looking to make a connection onto Abdul. The standoff begins.
That's a tough peek right there for Abdul. I mean, Simplicity has that spot completely locked down. Already pre-firing Abdul, trying to make an insane grenade right there. That would have been huge. But yeah, right now Alpha 7 are really at the end of their rope here, as Simplicity looking to just back off, you know, take that, just say, okay, they're there. Let's go ahead, move in. We don't need to take this fight early on. So that's going to be a big break for Alpha 7, as they are, that spot right there at the end of Yasnaya, not a lot of loot, you know, and that's going to also deter their entire loot padding for the start of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see how they recover from that. I mean, man, any time you're held up in the loot phase, it hurts. It hurts, that's for sure.
Yeah, not only that, the other teams, they're looting with no issues, right? No one's dropping them. They don't have to find themselves pinned down in engagements. They're able to freely roam around the place and get the level 2 gear that they need, get the weapons, get the attachments that they desire and want. Checking out our team here, you know, Team Solid. The one of the highlighted teams of the evening. We saw them a couple times throughout the evening make some plays, but not really able to get anything out of it besides that chicken dinner from game number 1. Maybe they can come back here in the final game, get another chicken dinner, and hopefully win themselves some money. And on the flip end of it, looks like King A learning a couple tricks of the trade from Alucard, picking up the Bison themselves. Maybe King got a little jealous of Alucard popping off that last game, looking to make some plays.
You know, it looks like he had a feeling that he was on stream. He had to pull it out there just to show us, you know, like, hey, I got the Bison too. Watch me. I'm gonna make some plays as well. So give us one moment, guys. We're gonna go ahead and refresh it. Hopefully we can get this all set up, and we'll be right back.
14 นาฬิกามา2คน150 เมตรแค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ4 เมตรแล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยวเราต้องรู้ระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกลเข้าใจเปล่าพี่นี่เก่งนะคนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยแต่ไม่เท่ไม่มันจะไม่เท่เลยปั๊บมึงดูเป็น50 คิวอ่ะมันจะไม่เท่เลยแรง
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Thank you so much for patiently waiting. So we had to go ahead and just make a little refresh. And you can see here, Simplicity still in Yasnaya, holding it down right now. They're able to go ahead and just kind of wait for the rest of the match. It's always tough. You know, Yasnaya is probably one of my least favorite places to loot. There's a lot of loot there, but going through all these buildings, there's just cover all over the place. You never know while you're on the transition, you get caught out. It's tough. It's tough, especially with these teams.
Yeah.
They play at such a high level. You know, they're holding every 3-peak angle, waiting for someone to make a move first. So yeah, Simplicity has to be really careful as they go through here, looting up, that they don't get caught out slipping. Because look at all these teams. Look at this. You got Alpha 7 across the street, Mezexis as well. They're going to have to be really, really careful here.
Yeah, Simplicity going to be find themselves kind of in the middle of Yesnaya, Mezexis Gaming, get Mezexis Esports, trying to make the pull up on over here to the west side of Yesnaya. I don't know if they're aware. I don't know if they're aware of it being occupied. Maybe from the drop, they were able to see a couple parachutes land in this general area. As we see just a second ago, Darius going to be just prone right there. A lot of prone players. They're all, trying to get some information, using these windows to see if they can spot out any type of movement, maybe relay that back to their teammates, come up with some type of game plan. Now, on the opposite end, on the northern end of Yesnaya, Alpha 7 getting awfully close to both Mezexis and Simplicity. So it's only a matter of time, Hot Jukes, before one of these teams, one of these members get called out, get caught out, and kind of just starts the mayhem over here in Yesnaya.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're Alpha 7, the second you shot, you gave away your position. So now Simplicity knows where you're at. So does Mezexis. So they have to realize that there's 3 teams here. And I don't think any of these teams want to get into a fight right now. If you're Simplicity, you got 2 squads nearby. The second one of these teams get into an engagement, for a fact the third's going to come in third party. So it's still early zone. Though right now, what I would be thinking of is where to rotate to. Because at the end of the day, if you're Simplicity, you have to realize none of these members are going to run out in the middle of the street right now. They'd have to be crazy to. So at this position, I think you got to be more focused, still being watchful, but more focused on where you're going to rotate next and how you're going to get out of there. Because let's say the hard shift comes, right? Mm-hmm. If you're Simplicity, how are you going to get out of there? You're in the middle of the zone. You don't have any vehicles set up. Look at this. You have one, and I'm sorry, you had a vehicle set up. Not anymore. So no, they're dead center or something. They're good. Never mind. So everything I said, never mind. Yeah, they're set. So they're just gonna play it really carefully. I think that their best bet is to kind of just look at each other and say, hey, let's be neighbors, let's be buddies, and hopefully shoot at anybody who tries to come at us, and we'll work on each other later. But yeah, dead center zone, so they're going to be set. As you can see, Team Solid, one of our teams of the day, rotating in from the blue zone. Team Queso playing it really late as well. They have some really long rotations getting in as all these squads are trying to get set up for the rest of the zone. So you can see Tribe setting up right here, just south of Yesnaya. Good hill as well, because a lot of people rotate from there. And look at King A jumping out the vehicle with the Scar, trying to get the knock on Sheepan. Not able to get it. So, he did notice that XQ Gaming is looking to take those yellows right there. That's going to be some good intel for Tribe going into this fight.
XQ Gaming, find themselves at the bottom of the leaderboard here today. I'm surprised they're going to play this one passive. If I was in their shoes, I would maybe make the pull up on the King A. Obviously, they don't know the information exactly on if King A has their squad around for support. And yeah, rotations. Definitely not the friends here tonight of XQ Gaming. As we see out there in the distance, they lost one. They lost one in the attempt to make it on to the yellows in the middle of this wide open field.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good position. It's just what can they do from here besides survive?
Those yellows are good. The only difficult part is you had 3 members drive there safely. So I think what they need to work on, or I'm not sure exactly what could have happened there, but those teams should be communicating, saying, hey, there's a squad here, there's a squad here, and they should be guiding their teammates as they get the right, driving path to be able to get there safely. And unfortunately, even though all the rest of the members were there, AZ apparently, decided to go a different route and got caught out. So that's tough. You don't want to lose it, especially with this kind of zone. You don't want to be losing anybody. So I think something that they definitely need to check out. And car driving, in all honesty, that has to be one of the most underrated skills of a pro player. Oh, man. And look at that car positioning, too. You can see immediately Alucard noticed that car is out and was shooting those tires right off the bat. XQ trying to get into position. It's still not there, though. XQ Gaming having a tough time today. Make it some
Thankfully
misplays.
for XQ, their Dacia isn't as far
Look at
as
that.
in the open as the US, and we saw one of the members
Gone.
popping into that US
Tire's
trying
gone.
to back it up a little further, but it's just it's a lost cause at this point. It's going to be rendered useless moving forward, and we see HZL attempting to at least recover that one vehicle that they do have, just in case
They
we
have to have it.
do see a hard shift coming on out from them. But this is going to alert Shifan on the location of that member out there with the car 98 Alucard. Shifan. Ooh, look at this angle. I mean, just a sliver of sight lines. All you need to see is a little pixel of a head from Alucard. And we did see there just a moment ago, Shifan was able to take one shot. Remember, Yasnaya, dead center. Where will the next circle go, Hot Jukes? Well, we're going to find out here in just a moment.
Oh,
and Yasnaya,
are you serious?
that dead centered position from the teams of Team Solid, Alpha 7, Simplicity. They all need to move, and there's not a lot of room left here in Yasnaya for all those teams to occupy. We'll have to see who comes out on top. And to add fuel to the fire, we have Team Solid. Remember, they rotated on into the blue using the west side, coming on in late to this circle, still in their vehicles, ready to rock and roll. Alpha 7,
That might work for
doing
them.
what's right. Doing what's right. You know, immediately push on out. They don't want any part. They know Yasnaya is occupied by multiple teams, and they're not going to risk it here. I really love Alpha 7 being proactive here.
They got to move instantly. You know, the earlier they get to their position, the earlier they're going to be able to catch other squads on the rotation and possibly be able to get some kill points on the board. Team Solid. Oh, look at that.
What's
Raven.
that?
Oh, they blew up. XQG, that's
Alpha
it.
7,
They're
making
gone.
the push right now. Making the push onto Simplicity. Simplicity occupying the second and third floors. All four members of Alpha 7 are going to be breaching that first floor. Grenades in hand, getting ready. Rolex going to cook this one to perfection. They're going to be tossing it on the roof, thinking that there might be an enemy up
but
there.
Minwoo gets one.
Be connecting, though. Doc over here holding these angles. Honestly, if you're Alpha 7, maybe push as a four-man team up every single level. But I don't even know if they'll be able to do that because Minwoo popping down to the first story, going to be getting a knock. Oh no, Russell right in the open.
Caught Russell.
In that corner, spotted by Midtech.
Oh,
but
Minwoo.
just like that, Minwoo able to provide the much needed support. But
my
all
goodness.
the members of Alpha 7 GG will be on the first floor. Unlucky. Simplicity committing a little too much to this fight down here. They had the second and third floors themselves. Now it's up to Irish and Doc.
Great
Irish
plays.
Going to be spraying the scar right there as the Alpha 7 crew are
Predate.
attempting to make the push. Rolex, barely no health left here. Abdul knocked down and out. Irish being forced to push on to the roof right now.
Reset.
Might have enough time to get the revive. Might just have enough time to get this clutch revive and make it a 2v3.
Those great knocks coming out of Irish right there were able to kind of reset the fight. I wonder what's on the mind of Simplicity. Is it just jump off and run? Or are you going to have to take these fights here? Here comes Alpha 7. Doc has the advantage. Oh, why did he cross?
They will be connecting onto Doc right there. Abdul going to be pushing up with the jump shot.
And that's it.
Irish able to connect
Great
onto
play.
one of them. But the numbers advantage playing in the side of Alpha 7. And just like that, able to clear the compound floor by floor with Simplicity and take them down and out. And you know what? Next circle is going to pop on here in just a moment. And you know what? It paid off in tenfold. Right there, Alpha 7 looking so good right now. After that push, after that win. Yeah, they're setting up right now. They got the loot. They have the third story. They have the roof. They could third party everything right now.
Yeah, what a misplay coming out of Simplicity right there. You know, Russell kind of going off on his own on the bottom, you know, first and getting knocked. That's tough. Look, it's Team Solid. Mafioso trying to drive away right here. Will he make it? Oh, they shot the tire out to the buggy, and that's it.
Mafioso
Thirsted instantly.
F's in the chat for Mafioso trying to avoid this like the plague. Not able to do so. Vega forced to prone, hit the wood floor because we saw out there in the distance. Tribe Gaming, we're taking a couple shots onto Vega. Team Solid out here. You know, they lost Mafioso, but you know what? They got 3 alive still. They got 3 alive. They have this huge little deflate to work with for cover. They have Wildcard down there
wonder-
to the south, and it does look like we have Team Queso up here on the high ground of the road.
no.
Gonna be looking down right into this dip. If you are Team Solid, you need to make sure, do everything in your power. Make sure that Team Queso don't pop down here into your cover.
Yep, they saw it coming. And here they go. Kevin down. You said it best, Dave. Team Solid needs to play hyper aggressive here and do this gatekeep. The zone's going to help them out a little bit. But now they have more people driving right here. This is going to be a tough one for Team Solid. But one of the members from Team Queso drives out of the open right here.
Axel,
is
jumped down
going on?
so low. Able to survive. They actually sent it to that crate, so they should be able to use that crate for cover, get some meds, get some level 3 gear. But Team Queso, they are just going in all types of directions right now, really keeping Team Solid guessing. As we see
Got the
Marco
off
making
angle,
the wraparound
and
right
that's
now. They're gonna
it.
be looking down. Here comes the pinch, and Team Queso going to be taken down and out. Team Solid right there. They should get this loop. They will get this nice dip right now in this new zone. Huge play from Team Queso right there.
I was so surprised to see Axel drive out like that. I think what they should have done is that actually would have been fine if the other 3 members were like pushing up on the hill and they used Axel as bait, you know? So if they would have had Axel drive out, they know that all the focus is going to go on to him, and then they could have got the easy squad wipe. But they put him at risk. Luckily, he was able to still drive out there and survive. So that was going to be that's a huge break right there for Team Queso. But man, what a crazy play right
Axel
there. Yeah,
almost
that was
died, though. Axel almost died. Almost.
He should have
I mean,
died. He should have
10%
died, but
HP.
he barely made it out, you know. So I think that's something that they can definitely adjust on. It was a surprising play to see from Team Queso to opt to do that. But I mean, they're at
the bottom of the leaderboard, right? So really, they have nothing to lose. If you're not top 3, you don't get any money here. So honestly, if you're not making these crazy plays, then what are you doing over here? So Ace, they are gonna have these yellow compounds to themselves. We see Nunez down there with the DP, getting some information onto Tribe. Now Ace, they are gonna have this circle north of Yasnaya. They have at least 2 vehicles to work with as well, just in case this next zone does not favor them, which we'll find out in just a second. Tribe right smack in the middle. You have to bet that they will be in this next circle. There we go. Tribe to the north.
Dead center.
Cloud9, Team Queso, Wildcard. They all have to move. They all have to reposition. Are you going north or south of this road? I don't think there's a lot of cover to be had in this new zone, Hot Jukes. I am concerned.
Tough. You gotta make some smoke walls. You're gonna have to put up some cars. You saw Loops on the kill feed taking out Tempo Storm right there. That's going to be a tough loss as they were pretty high on the leaderboards. Going out this early is definitely going to affect their ranking. Wildcard are going to try to get in here. Tribe, a team that, you know, when they get zoned, for the most part, they can hold it down pretty well. And they're in a prime position here. So if I'm Tribe, you got to stand up and you got to play ultra aggressive. Anything you see move, you got to put shots down. If you're playing passive right now, that's just going to give the opportunity for teams to push on you and make it harder to get that chicken dinner, because here comes Wildcard. They're doing that wraparound that they like to do that. They like to go and drive all around the corner.
Right into B4. Are they going to be crashing into the B4? Or are they going to be rotating on right behind them? It looks like Acer is going to continue opting to rotate. They see the Knights right in front of them.
Great rotation.
Going to have the advantage on them. Knights actually popping out of their vehicles, maybe trying to take some shots and rotate from Wildcard, but Wildcard able to go all the way past that, wrap themselves into the south right here. And look at this, Acer with sightlines on the Loops. The question is, do Wildcard, do they continue to send it? They are not in the new zone with their current position. Jagger, the snake in the grass right now with the AKM, with the mini, popping up there for just a second, trying to third party this. Acer setting up as the rock for cover. Will be spraying their Scar right there. Ho doing the same thing on the Slicky. Slicky is down and out. Acer forced to heal on up.
Only him.
Helmet is damaged. Acer, the last remaining member for Wildcard. All they have is this rock. All they have is the dream. All they have is the grenade. They're going to be tossing that grenade right on into Smoke, and Acer connecting. Leveling the playing field right now. 3 members left, 4 Loops. Here comes Becker with the revenge grenade. This could be huge. Spring trying to crawl their way on to Acer to get the revive. Acer getting ready to toss his smoke. Will be getting shot in the distance from Team Carita. Becker going to be pushing it up, getting a little
Save!
too greedy. The third party, though. Oh, no. Loops getting a little too greedy,
Huge.
trying to flush out Acer right there. Will be getting third-partied in the process, being forced to push back to their cover, use their vehicles, and maybe allow Acer to survive just a little longer. Not worth the risk, Hot Jukes.
You know, that was a huge save right there as Team Karita just were able to get that clutch knock onto Loops. That's going to make them forced to just lay down. Zone shifted a little bit more center. Loops are pretty close. Acer's out of this zone. Team Karita needs to press this. They need to press this now. They need to go and get, they had that knock. They know that they're in trouble. Dad doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Trying to just play keep away. You know, making it difficult for Team Karita to get in. But this is a full squad, and here come the grenades.
Yep, the grenades, the smokes. Team Karita trying to get up close and personal, trying to bridge the gap, trying to make sure they push as a team, using these smokes as cover. Loops, they are aware of this. Remember, Loops, they're down to 2.
Here comes Swaggy.
They are down to 2. Here comes the vehicle push right here, getting right on top of the last 2 members of Loops. Dadenho behind this burning Dacia. Prone right there.
And that's
Will
it.
be connecting onto one of the members, but the support from Team Karita,
Team Karita.
exactly what they needed. Risky play to send it, but the support, the timing was perfect right there, and they were able to overtake Loops, their duo, and take their position here. And look at that.
Risky but necessary.
Still alive. Acer's still alive right there. Saved by Team Karita. Big plays.
Huge. I mean, and just in time. What, you couldn't have timed it more perfectly. Acer was at the end of his rope. Karita just went over there and threw him a line. He's still going to have a hard time trying to get in the zone here. But Team Karita making the play, getting in zone at the perfect time. King A with the scar. Getting a knock on a Nunez, trying to rotate in. Trying to catch the rest of Ace. In the laydown.
Or smokes. The utility from Team Karita is just insane right now. They're able to recuperate what they just used from those crates on the Loops right there, because Wildcard weren't able to loot that one. And here comes the engagement. Ace going to be burning over there. Tribe trying to third-party Ace in the smokes over here. Ace are just getting picked apart. And did I just see Sam try to make the pull-up? I think Sam made the pull-up to try to get closer on into the zone. Might be taking some shots out there in the distance. Team Karita still 4 alive with the DP going to be spraying, trying to mow down the snakes in the grass right now, Hot Juice.
Time to play aggressive, and that's what he's doing. Look at this. Senab dominating the field right now. M4, Pedro, 1 HP. Look at this. They own the zone. They own the zone. They're making everybody scared. They're making everybody scared. Everyone's forced to lay down. The rest of Team Karita needs to join them.
Look where they're laying down. They're laying in an open field. They're laying in an open field. The Knights, they have no cover out there. Seagut was tagged and bagged. Run out. His zone might even take them out. Remember, Sam, they sent it with that buggy. They got so close. They are right on top of Ace. Ace need to make their way on into this new zone. They're being chunked down by the blue. Sam going to be holding this angle, looking to capitalize on that sneaky strategy. And Team Karita just cleaning up right now. 10 kills already. Where has this team been all night long? Doesn't matter. This is their game here. They are making the comeback. Now it's just up to Sam and Alucard from Tribe, one of the highlighted teams of the evening. Can they get it? It's a 2v2, v4, v1. Acer's still alive. What is going on?
Goodness.
Acer from Wildcard has been down there in the south the whole time, just prone, watching the kill feed pop off.
Trying to snake his way in, get every position. I'm really shocked to see Tribe with zone play it so passively. They decided to opt to go and just go for placement. Played it really separate. Lost 2 members. I think a little bit of a misplay from them as Team Karita is playing it real hard. And look at that. That's Alucard down.
Alucard. Sam with the revenge, but Alucard was tagged, and there goes Sam. They were forced. They couldn't snake it any longer. Bit2K spotting out that last remaining member for the Knights. And
Team Karita.
The Tribe, that is. Now, Raven, G3. Raven has a rock. Acer was just spotted by G3. So 2v4. If you are Team Karita, you had the high ground. You got the vehicles. You got the zone, baby. Bring it home.
They can smell the chicken. They can smell it. They know it's right up there.
They can't overextend, though. They can throw it. They can definitely throw it. I don't know if they're aware of G3's position. Raven is definitely kind of forcing them to tunnel vision right now. G3 could surprise them.
That would be a huge misplay right now. Team Karita has to completely throw this match if they lose. You know, and then they're not opting to do that. Trying to go and throw every kit they have to get
Raven.
these last 2 guys out. Raven has to make a huge play.
Yep. Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that peach play.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs to heal.
Too much.
Oh, he's got
damage,
none.
I mean,
He's got no
if you're Team
heals.
Karita, all you gotta do is just shoot pre-fire, right? I mean, just pre-fire.
Yeah.
Raven does have a rock though. Oh no! What's gonna happen?
Yeah, he's out.
We see shots. We see shots in there. Are they taking down
Oh,
the buggy?
that's it!
Oh, they took shots
what a
on
play!
the buggy.
What a play!
G3. Oh, what's going on here? G3. The
That's
snake in the grass. The snake in the grass. Not
What
able
a
to get the win,
play!
but was able to get 2 out. Yo, the buggy though. Oh no, that buggy
Are
catching
you
Raven off
serious?
guard. The buggy.
Low HP, perfectly
You saw Raven look at
played.
the buggy too.
He looked at it, he was
Like,
like,
what's going
oh
on?
no, it's over. What a play. Team Karita. That is exactly how you play a zone when you have it. You know, all 4 up, you got to just play hyper aggressive, make every team fear to stand up, force them to
14
sit
kills.
down. You know,
14
14 kills. You know, saying, hey, you know what? We won yesterday. We were having a tough day today, but don't forget, we're here, baby. Finishing it off with a huge chicken dinner. What a game for Team Karita. Pittsburgh Knights ending up in 2nd place. Wildcard in 3rd. Tribe, you know, really, you know, one of our teams of the day. They had a great position at the end of the zone. I just think they opted to play it a little too. You know, we see teams when they play it separately. That's when everything just seems to fall apart. You know, at the end of the day, you know, 4th place, that many kills, nothing to shake your head at. But I think that, you know, you never know. That chicken dinner could be the meaning from 1st place to last. And right now, there's $1,000 on the line. But pretty soon, there's going to be a lot more than that, Dave.
Oh man, the confidence team, Karita. I mean, you can't really say they had the zones. They had to continue pushing on in as
100%.
well towards the end. They had to continue to push on in. Oh man,
They
Wildcard.
pushed as a squad.
They pushed as a squad. Yep. I mean, there's one play where they sent one, but almost immediately the 3 came in for the support, like right away. So yeah, the team play. This is what we've been talking about all night long. If these squads can work together as a unit, nothing's stopping them. Because a lot of these teams
100%.
right now, they play split. A lot of these teams they play so split. And if you're a unit like this with the team comms, the synergy, like nothing is stopping you. And Team Karita popping off. I mean, they won
Making it
game
happen.
number 4. Yeah, they got the chicken dinner at the end of the day. They got the $700 today. Not too hot, but regardless. Doesn't even matter. This final game from them, that's all I care about. That's all they should care about too.
I agree 100%. And you know what? Let's see how that affected the scoreboard, Dave. We never know. You know, I mean, we could have an idea of who's going to win the whole time, but let's go ahead and check it out right now, ladies and gentlemen, and see who our day 5 winners are. And that is going to be none other than Cloud9.
What?
Cloud9 snuck into 1st place, making it happen. They only got a few points in the last game. They didn't perform that well, but it was just enough to pass Omen Elite. And devastating for Simplicity.
Yeah.
They went out.
All they needed was 2 points.
Oh, I mean, they only needed a few points to get to 2nd, but 8 to get 1st. You know. Yeah. So that is a tough break right there. As you can see, every play matters right here. And look at this. Team Karita going all the way, tying for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Look at that. All of them have 46 points, Dave.
I mean, Omen didn't even play the last game, and they still got money. That's goes
insane.
to show you how much of a point lead they had going into it. So that's huge. They didn't even get a chicken. They didn't get a chicken tonight.
They only had a 2-point lead.
Yep. I mean, no chicken, 2nd place. Simplicity got a chicken, 3rd place. I mean, you like to see teams who do get chickens end up in the money, of course. I mean, Wildcard with their chicken down there as well. But Team Karita, I'm pretty sure they were like, they were almost dead last.
Way down. I mean, they made more than half their points, I think, in the last game.
Yeah, so 5th place, they should be proud of themselves. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
tied.
Tied. What a great night of games. Let's see how the rest of the board fared this evening in these scrims. As you can see, in 11th place, Tempo Storm tied with Team Solid right there, one of our teams of the day. You know, they got a chicken dinner on the 1st match. I think unfortunately, this is the lowest placement I think we've seen from a team that had a chicken dinner. So
Hmm.
yeah, unfortunately, not able to
I mean, look at
really
it.
get
One chicken is 20 points.
20
replacement
points. Yeah.
The other 3 games they played, they only got 7 altogether. So they need to work on placements. And you know what? Tonight we saw them in the games that they didn't get the chicken in. Every single time they were on a rotate. They kind of are like a chicken with their head cut off. All over the place, going in all types of directions. Really no objective, right? And that's when they get caught off. Maybe look into practicing some scouting, scout a little bit, survey the area and then push up some more, like leapfrogging, I guess is the technique. They should work on maybe leapfrogging instead of just straight up sending it where they think is good, because every time they go on a rotate, they just lose. And
Yeah.
it's clear as day, only 7 points they were able to acquire outside of their chicken dinner here.
Really surprising, especially after that game 1 win. At the end of the day, we've said it time and time again. Scrims, tomorrow's a new day. This is the first day of week number 2. I think this is it was great to get that first chicken dinner, get that hype, but you got to continue. You got to press on. So, I hope that they look at the rest of the games and figure out where they made misplays and make those adjustments. But let's see exactly how our teams of the day did and look at these stats, Dave, as we go in here to their last match of the evening. As you can see, Team Solid, not throwing up the goose egg in the last match of the day.
Hey, they still had a chicken.
Yeah.
They still had a chicken.
And it was a good chicken, too. They put in that work on
good.
that one. So, yeah. So I think that they need to recognize what worked in that one, see what didn't work in the others, and then make those adjustments going from there. But moving on from them, let's go on to Tribe. They had a great performance. They were able to go ahead and get some good, solid kills, good placement. I think if they made some slight adjustments, and worked together at the end, I think they could have pulled out that chicken dinner right there. At the end of the day, though, that kind of performance, that kind of kills, nothing to shake your head at. That's for sure.
Yeah, I want them to go back and watch their push on Vikendi across the road. Maybe come up with something else. Honestly, I don't even know what they could have done in that situation. The blue zone was pushing them. They threw out the smokes and they didn't immediately push the smokes, right? They waited a little bit, and those grenades were so well timed from Cream. Can you even plan for that type of stuff? Regardless, though,
Well,
Tribe,
you
great
can.
night.
That zone's coming. They gotta
coming.
go and they gotta throw it out the time, and that's just they timed it just they figured out the plan, a Tribe. So maybe they gotta figure out.
Let me ask you real quick,
how to mix
though.
it up.
Remember, King A said that they wanted to work on their extra wide, long, excessive rotates. Do you think they did that here tonight? Did they?
I
fix
think
the
that
rotates?
I think we saw an improvement. I think right now where Tribe is lacking, and this is my own thoughts
Your
personally.
opinion, yeah.
I think that they play passive pretty decently, but I think that they lack the right timing of knowing when to turn on the switch to go aggressive. Because there's certain times you see the best of the best squads, they play super prone, super quiet, but when it's time to push, like we saw Omen Elite on the wild card there, they knew it was the time to play. We saw that was the time to play aggressive, and they played it perfectly. And I think Tribe is still kind of struggling of figuring out when's the time to stand up and put in the work. Team Kurita, they knew when, and they made it happen there in that last match of the evening. But yeah, let's go over to everybody, say hi, as we're going to go ahead and see the last game analysis. What a day of matches. So, Degon. Oh, man. PUBG Mobile, what are your days of your first day here doing analysis here for the PUBG Mobile Pro League Scrims? I know that you've done many other, events before, but what are your thoughts so far here of this format, this event in general?
Yeah, I think teams have to get used to banking their points. When you are that team and you play the first 4 games and then you have to sit out that last one, you have to know, hey, look, we got to go. And you can't be waiting until the final game to try and get all your points. So even for Cloud9, who ended up being our chicken dinner winner of the day, they went out in 7th with 0 kills. Very, very easily, they could have ended up not getting anything. And then as you touched on, Simplicity, who I want to focus on here in our last little bit, they were in the best position they've ever been to finally get themselves the overall winner and just end up losing a fight. And there's a really good reason why, and you guys have touched on it multiple times, and we'll get to take a look at a couple of examples.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see your thoughts on it. Let's go ahead and move over to you so you can go ahead and break it down for us, and hopefully caught some stuff that we missed. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So the big thing here for me is it's you guys have been touching on it all day long. It's the team fights. Teams are doing a good job of getting to fights now with multiple members up. That's usually not the issue. Where the issue is starting to happen is that these fights are being played, right? You're getting 2 people peeking and 1 person's off on the side. So in this case, Irish is up top on the roof here with all 4 members of A7 down below. So what's the purpose of Irish being up here? Is it Overwatch? You're trying to look to see if you can get a quick pick? Because it seems pretty difficult for them to get up there and shoot at you. That's fair. But everyone else is ready to attack. And if the call is that, for simplicity, the call is to go ahead and push and pick this team fight, as we're going to see here in just a second, then all members should be there, right? Here it is. Russell goes on in. He knows he's making noise. He knows he's running, and Minwoo's there to capitalize. But then who's there ready to capitalize for Minwoo? No one is. And so that's what happens here in this fight. Mitek picks up the first kill, then trades out. Minwoo's there. But you got 3 members of A7 right here ready to go and capitalize on Minwoo. But where's Doc? Where's Irish? They're on the next floor, a little too separated and not close enough where they can capitalize on that. Then they have to take a reset, 2v3